We made some adjustments at halftime to give Keegan some more time to throw, but by doing that, we had to take Dylan, out of the tight end spot as a receiver and use him as a blocking tight end so we could go double team down on their defensive end. So that kind of took some of our stuff out that we had opportunities for. But we had opportunities to get stuff done. I mean, we dropped a touchdown pass in the end zone. We dropped a couple key first down receptions that we should have had. We had our opportunities. We didn't take advantage of it.
Yeah, and it is really amazing in that size of a school to sometimes see linemen of that size are good athletes, So.
Exactly.
I was very impressed with the effort of our defense, and you touched on that a little bit in this Valley Heights game. And then other than probably 2 or 3 series there in the second quarter, our defense seemed able to handle the misdirection plays of Valley Heights and weren't really overpowered by that big offensive line.
Well, they did play extremely well. We only gave them 7 first downs in the whole game, and you take those 2 plays out. In the first half, they had 81 yards of total offense. And then we made some adjustments at halftime, and in the second half, we gave them only 2 first downs, and they only had 46 yards of total offense. So, I thought our defense played really well. We had a little bit of a problem right there on a couple plays. Our free safeties weren't filling the alley correctly. They were coming up, getting caught into linebacker trash. But other than that, our defense played extremely well.
They really did, and I hope they're able to continue. Even though our offensive yardage output went way down versus Valley Heights, I'm pleased to continue to see a very balanced offensive attack for the Lions between running and passing. This has to spell trouble down the road for our future opponents.
Well, we very rarely do we think we're going to see an opponent that can shut down, both like Valley Heights did. We think that having the ability to do either will give us advantages.
Good. Tonight we have Saline Trojans undefeated against Bernanke, I think is his name. A win here tonight against Southeast would be huge for the Lions in the league.
Yeah, we knew coming into the season that Southeast was the team to beat in the NCAA, and we knew that Bernanke was he's probably the best athlete in the league, and has everybody coming back. We played pretty tough for them last year. We lost very few kids from here to there, and actually we gained a few back off of injuries. So we think it's going to be a good battle tonight out there.
I agree, and I was going to put this in there, but last year, that game put a pretty good fight against them at their home. So, well, thanks, Coach, for taking time for the show, and have a great game tonight.
Well, as you heard it, as Coach Mick on the interview right there, guys, he anticipates a tough game tonight.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt about it. Southeast, as he said, going into the season, Southeast was the team to beat. And I think that probably continues to be so. This is a big game, and the fact that both Minneapolis and Southeast, I think, are both 1-1. Is that correct?
I think
they're 2-0.
They're 2-0, and we're 1-1.
We're both undefeated in the league.
But this would be a little problem for us if we lose, and it would give us a big boost if we would happen to win tonight.
They have beaten probably the 2 other better teams in the league so far, in Russell and Beloit.
Well, they're 2-0. I thought they're 1-0 in league. They're 2-0 in league?
No, they played Russell and Beloit. They opened with Beloit.
So they're 2-0 in league.
Yes,
Okay. Yeah.
Minneapolis, I might review for you. Week 1 beat Ellsworth 50-18. In last week's game, Minneapolis was defeated 14-0 by Valley Heights. And as Coach said in the coaches show, if you take 3 plays away from Valley Heights last week, it was a 0-0 ball game.
You got it.
Well, actually 2 plays, but there was one other big ground gainer. But there were basically 2 plays, 2 big plays scored.
And if we take back and catch that one pass in the end zone,
yeah, good point.
It's a different ball game as well. So there's a lot of things that I'm sure that they worked on and learned from week 1, and I think probably the biggest one is that coming into tonight's game, I know we as 3 announcers kind of overlooked Valley Heights.
I had us down for a win. Didn't even need to play it, as far as I was concerned. But that's why we play them, I guess.
And for let me spit that out again. For not having watched them play that year, that was pretty presumptuous of it on our part.
Yes, it was.
Very much so.
And, of course, Pat Haxton comes into town with the Southeast of Saline team, and give him credit. He's done a good job. He's been a very successful coach at Southeast, and he makes you play well if you're going to come away with a win.
17 seniors this year, 8 sophomores, 8 juniors, and the rest are freshmen, about 12 freshmen, I think. None of them are real huge, but they've got a lot of them that are in the 200 to 240, 50-pound range. So, you know, they got enough numbers to keep throwing them at you.
Well, and he mentioned also Beneke being what he assumes to be one of the better athletes in the league.
No doubt about it. He made us pay last year down at Southeast Saline. I don't know if you remember that game or not, but we lost by 20 or 21 points down there, I think, and we weren't really up to full strength yet at that game. So I'm hoping that we will be able to play better tonight than we did there at Southeast Saline last fall.
You gave the number rundown for Southeast, and I'll review the Minneapolis numbers. We have 8 seniors, 7 juniors, 10 sophomores, and 15 freshmen for a total of 40 rostered players this year for Minneapolis.
Tonight is the 1979 class reunion tonight. We got some of them sitting over here in a reserve section. I'm sure they're not all here yet, but
I'm pretty impressed that they have a whole section reserved for that class. And I think that was one of the, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dale, but I think that was one of the largest graduating classes ever to go through Minneapolis.
About 100, yeah.
Over 100 students.
Wow. Was that when they went to 4A for a short period of time?
4A for 2 years, yes. Wow. And Dave's 69 class got together last week.
Last weekend, the class of 1969 met, and good time was had. At least I had a good time. Nobody emailed me back and said, boy, what a rotten time I had. So I assume everybody had a good time. I did.
Class of 70 will be getting together sometime later this spring, I think, for their 40th. So, alumni all over the place. Looking forward to a good game tonight. It'll be a tough one, but I think we ought to be able to do well and give them a good fight tonight.
Well, I hope we grew from last week's experience. It was a little bit, I guess I was a little disappointed. I really thought we were going to be an offensive machine, but give credit to Valley Heights.
Hey,
their line, there is where your unsung hero people, those linemen, they won that game.
They had us figured out.
They did. They what they threw at us was something that
they had 3 down linemen and we couldn't handle them. We could not handle them
off guard. So.
And then they had a guy that was a very good, probably a combination defensive end linebacker, strong side linebacker that really threw us for some fits. And
give him credit.
Enough crying about that game. We got our hands full with this one, and the team that goes on out of this one tonight remains undefeated and probably is in commanding position in the league.
As you said, Southeast of Saline has beaten Russell and Beloit. The Beloit game was their first game.
Yes.
It was a fairly, if I remember, a decisive win.
Now it's 23 to 6 or something. I can't remember.
I think the game against last week, I heard that Beloit rebounded and beat Sacred Heart.
Big time. 54 to zip.
That really kind of caught me off guard.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, the only problem with the Sacred Heart Beloit game is somebody has to win.
Yes. Yeah. And you asked me, Dave, last week when the last time was that we were shut out, and it was against Beloit the previous season.
The year that we made the playoff run?
No, the year after.
Okay, last year. Mm-hmm. Last year, okay. Yeah. I might review.
I won't repeat that score.
I might review for you the seniors. I did tell you I had 8 seniors, and I'd take this opportunity to highlight those people tonight. Keegan McCulloch, number 1, is a senior, along with Adam Klein, number 23, is also a senior. And I'm going to give you some kudos on Adam Klein. He was a early off the bench guy a couple of years ago, as maybe 3 years ago as a freshman, and he is a tough customer. Number 42, Caleb Bristow, is also a senior. Kyler Moody, number 52, a senior this year. Austin Crossan, number 57, this is his last year as a senior. Nick Terez, number 58, a senior. And Charlie Lynn, number 72, the last of the 8 seniors this year's team.
Some of the other games going on tonight that we will future opponents or our league opponents. Saline is favored over Bennington. They're at Bennington. Ellsworth is favored over Sacred Heart at Salina. That one that might be interesting to see.
Ellsworth's favored over Sacred Heart.
Mm-hmm.
Sacred Heart is on.
Russell is favored over Solomon at Solomon.
I can see that.
I was surprised to see that game even being played. Southeast of Saline, of course, is here and is favored over Minneapolis. Also in the league, we have Beloit favored big time over Republic County.
Republic County has not fared very well in the last number of years. I don't know. And they further consolidated again a year or two ago.
2 years ago. Yeah.
And brought in some more bodies, but still struggle.
With their football program.
Yeah, that's good point.
I think their basketball program will probably suffer this year too. But their boys basketball,
they'll be down. But
they'll be down from what they were.
Yeah,
that has been their strong suit. Done very well with that.
Now you mentioned just looking at Saline over Bennington. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Saline being a very talented football team.
They beat us pretty good last year.
Yeah. So.
And the Tate Omley, they're very talented, athletic quarterback. Can run the ball, throw the ball well. Good defensive player.
And comes and wrestles
good wrestler
for us
from Minneapolis.
And does a great job.
Yeah.
So, but back to the football game tonight at Ham, Minneapolis. One of the things that I felt like they got away from, and I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but we utilized the tight end significantly in game one.
Well, Coach mentioned, you walked away from the coaches show, but he mentions in the coaches show that they ended up having to use Dylan as a blocker to help the double team some of those linemen on the run.
Yeah, I had stepped away and I didn't hear that part, but so that was
one of the reasons you didn't see him being utilized as a pass receiver.
He's trying to defend those 3 down linemen,
and just to try to give Dylan time to do what he had to do. So,
even though we didn't have much of a stat week last week, Minneapolis is still in the mix as far as in the journal, and I don't have the exact stats, but Keegan's passing yardage he's not maybe in the top 5, but he might be in the top 10. Even that Ellsworth game they must have really racked it up because they didn't have a lot of yards or passing yards last week. So. We're still in the mix as far as that, and rushing is we're also listed there. So no fireworks last week. They had fireworks, we just didn't have an opportunity to use them. So hopefully we're
set up ready to use them again tonight over there.
Hopefully we're gonna have a fireworks show.
I told him too bad you had to go to all that effort to haul that in here and not light any off.
I don't know who brought it, but across the way, and Dale may show you with the camera, there's a Lions flag on the big tall pole over there in the parking lot.
I noticed that too.
That's kind of cool. I'm not sure who brought it, but
football atmosphere around here.
Pretty quick, we're going to have tailgating going on over in the practice field.
So I think here come the Lions on
Minneapolis. Lions
field.
will take
we'll
the
have
field right
introduction here shortly.
About 4 minutes away from the kickoff of tonight's game, and guys, what are some keys that you feel to tonight's ball game?
Well, we're going to have to get our offense unleashed and the defense to play respectably. I don't know that there's any way that we're going to even begin to try to shut down this Southeast of Saline attack, but we've got to keep up ourselves and play well offensively if we're going to stand a chance.
I agree. I think offense is the key. Obviously, you have to score points to win games, and we need to put points up by the bunches. And that's coming into the season. That's what we were advertised to be about, offensive machine. So if they can get that rolling, they may be able to come away with a win, and we sure hope so.
As the starting lineups for the offense being given right now for the Minneapolis Lions, already Keegan McCulloch, a 6'2", 179-pound senior. Casey Argambright,
number 4, Casey Argambright. I'm sorry.
Number 4, 5'8" junior, 150-pound wide receiver. Kyler Macy, another junior at 5'8", 144 pounds. And Grayson George, another junior, 6'1", 162-pound wide receiver, is your receiving corps. In the backfield, number 27 for the Minneapolis Lions, another junior, Jake Eckert, 5'9", 172-pound running back, as number 53 for the Lions. Brant Radke, a 5'10" junior for Minneapolis on the line. Austin Crossan for Minneapolis, a senior at 5'11", 182 pounds. Number 58, Nick Torres, 5'10", 175-pound senior on the line for the Lions. And also another senior, Tyler Davis, number 60, 6'1", 247-pound senior for the Lions. And the center for the Lions is Charlie Lynn. And Charlie Lynn is number 72, a 6', 195-pound senior for the Lions. And the tight end for Minneapolis, number 82, another junior, 6'2", 179-pound junior for Minneapolis, number 82. You know, and you look down that, guys, a lot of our key players, with the exception, a lot of our your wide receivers, your running backs, are pretty much all juniors. Matter of fact, they all are, except for your quarterback and Keegan being a senior and most of your offensive line. So Minneapolis Lions will have the captains go out on the field to shake hands with the
number 1, Keegan McCulloch. Number 23, Adam Klein. And number 72 is Charlie Lynn. And I was thinking there was a fourth. Here comes the fourth, number 27. I think that's going to be Eckert, Jake Eckert. The 4 captains are going to go out and greet the, looks like Southeast is bringing everybody.
Bringing senior class, I think.
Maybe it is. Okay.
They bring the 4 captains, number 55, number 7, number 10 for the, let's see, for the Trojans. Number 55 is Josh Putz. Number 7, Bryant Radke. Number 10, Brant Weaver. And I didn't see who the 4th one was, as they've Lions won the toss.
That's what he said.
They defer to the second half, so the Trojans will receive the ball to start. They will head towards the north, and the Minneapolis in their all blue, the Trojans in their purple and white helmets, as we get ready for the national anthem here before too long, as the Minneapolis Lions and the Southeast Saline Trojans ready to do battle tonight.
NCAA football returns to the Lion Country Stadium. Game 2 of the season tonight. 3rd game overall for the Lions.
Did I miss the national anthem?
No. We just haven't done it.
Are they going to? Okay. So
both teams. I assume we'll do it.
Both teams are assembled in a huddle, pregame huddle.
And taking the field. So
it kind of surprises me that
the flag's flying. I will say that. I can't tell you the last time we ever started a game with no national anthem, but
must be behind schedule or something. I forgot to put it in.
That is the plan tonight, it would appear. Maybe at halftime they're going to do the national anthem.
Kicking the ball for the Minneapolis Lions. Of course, number 80, sophomore Andrew Yoxel.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Well, the referees are ready to.
Referees are going to call this thing, but let's hope they wait.
I don't think so. Come on, people. Okay, here we go.
There they go.
Now we're going to play
Now
some
we get
football.
ready to go.
I'd say this is going to be about the quickest after the anthem kickoff on record.
I think you're right. As the officials make sure that everyone is set and mouthpieces, helmet straps on, and we're ready to play some football. Yoxel ready to kick the ball. Ball's on the 40. Back deep for the Trojans. Number 10, Weaver, back deep, and the two up backs, I'm not sure who it is, but Yoxel will kick it off and kind of scrub kick. Picked up at the 30, and he will be taken down at the 36-yard line as Yoxel kicks it low and on the ground to start this ball game.
57, Austin Crossan and Adam Klein in on the tackle.
As
On the southeast 36-yard line in play.
As we get ready to see the offense for the Southeast Saline Trojans come out and get started here. Trojans will come out with Brian Beneke, senior quarterback, under center. They will have Weaver in the backfield. They will have three receivers split to the left-hand side, one to the right. Shotgun formation, and he'll keep it, and he'll go reverse the right-hand side, and it's well read. Can he get on the corner, though? And
there's
got
a
a horse collar.
Horse collar, but no flag.
Yeah, flag came out.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
You know, the reverse, and Dylan Crossan stayed home and turned that play down the yard marker towards the sideline. Him staying home kept that from being a big play. So congratulations for Dylan Crossan for staying at home and taking care of business.
It's got to be so hard not to get a horse collar. With the horse collar is basically grabbing the shoulder pads and using that to from the neck, pulling them down from that point, and it's got to be tough. 15-yard penalty takes the ball to the Minneapolis 47-yard line as they will have first and 10. Two to the right, two to the left for Beneke in a shotgun formation. Low snap, Beneke drops back to pass, looks across the middle, throws, and it's behind the receiver, Weaver, and first pass falls incomplete, defended by Minneapolis number 23, Klein, as well as, I think, number 53, Brant Radke. May have been Austin Crossan.
They line up without a huddle?
Yeah. Austin Crossan, excuse me. Austin Crossan in a linebacker position. No huddle. Shotgun formation once again for Beneke. To the right, to the left. This time he'll keep it himself. Nice job by the Minneapolis interior line. Number 53 in on the tackle, and that's Radke, as well as number 52, Kyler Moody, and Dylan Crossan in on the tackle as well. Nice job by the Lions. Bring up a third down and long 10 for the Trojans. Shotgun formation to the receivers to the right. Trips to the right, to the left. Empty backfield, drops back, low snap, has it, throws across the middle. Tip, nice job by Jake Eckert to tip that one in the air as they had a receiver cutting across the middle. And nice tip by Jake Eckert.
Good heads-up play on defense there. All three downs.
0 for 2 passing so far for Southeast. That will bring up 4th and 10 in a punting situation.
So
Charlie Lynn comes in on defense.
as back deep to punt on the 40. Nice snap, low kick. And it will roll backwards and be down at the 21-yard line. So the Minneapolis offense will come out to start here in the first quarter. Scoreless ball game, 10:57 left to go in the first quarter here at Minneapolis High School, Lion Country Stadium. As the Lions will come out here, ball on the 21-yard line to start their first offensive drive. McCulloch will bring a squad. He will line up under center. He'll have two receivers, one receiver to the right, one to the left, tight end formation, two in the backfield for McCulloch under center. Good snap, cross buck, gives it to Eckert, and Jake breaks the tackle. Nice job by Jake Eckert before he's taken down at the 34-yard line. Great job by Jake Eckert with a little cross buck.
He slipped a couple of tackles that basically had him dead to rights, and he got away from him, bless his heart.
Move the chains, first down.
Yeah, first down. First offensive play results in a first down. That's a good sign, Dale.
It's a good omen there.
5'9" junior
You
Jake
can believe
Eckert with a
omens.
nice run. Lions will come back to the line of scrimmage. They'll send George to the right and Argenbright to the left. 2 in the backfield, McCulloch under center. Tight information with Crossan. They will hand off to Klein. Klein bounces to the left-hand side before he's going to be taken down at about the 35-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play will bring up a 2nd down and 8.
Big gang tackle there by the Trojans.
Well, they're going to give him 3. Sorry about that, guys.
That's good. Early in the game with 10:27 remaining in the first quarter. This is Minneapolis' first drive. Started on the 21. Now rests on the 36.
As the Lions will come back to the line of scrimmage this time. Once again, Klein and Eckert in the backfield. This time they will send 2 receivers out the left-hand side. And that is Argenbright and Crossan, Dylan Crossan. McCulloch under center. He'll roll the left-hand side. He'll look down, throws upfield, has Argenbright. Oh, what a catch by Casey Argenbright. Wow, folks, that was an absolutely beautiful catch going in the air and pulling that one down at the 40-yard line, a 24-yard,
okay, 24.
Wow.
Leaping catch there by Argenbright.
That was an absolutely beautiful catch in the air there. To go up in the air and to come down with it. Nice job, Casey Argenbright.
I call that 23 yards unofficially.
Yeah, I'd say you're right, being at the 41. Good call, Dave. Dave, sorry about that.
Okay. The second first down of the drive.
McCulloch under center, 2 in the backfield with him. This time he will fake the handoff, give it to Eckert. Whoa, wow.
They read that one.
They read that one with number 19 coming from the linebacker side, and Trent Collins, a 183-pound defensive back, senior. Drops Eckert for the losses. Minneapolis tries to run a little crossbuck there, and this time they read it perfectly.
Loss of 4.
Bring up a 2nd down and 14. Lions will come back to the line of scrimmage. Charlie Lynn, the center. Grayson George to the left. Crossan and Dylan Crossan and Casey Argenbright to the right. Shotgun formation for McCulloch. 2 in the backfield, Klein and Eckert. Good snap. He'll roll the right-hand side, and he will just keep it himself before he's knocked out of bounds. Ooh, another loss there. And he will be knocked out of bounds. Loss of about 3 on the play.
JV player there took a hit for the team and kept McCulloch from sliding into the bench.
Yeah. So bring up a 3rd down and about 16, guys.
Well, we're running out of positive yardage. We had 13 yards and we lost 4 and 3, and we got 6 to spare.
They will come in the line of scrimmage, and in the backfield will be Macy and Eckert. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Under center is McCulloch. Snap is good. Fakes the handoff. He'll drop back to pass. He'll have to get it off. Does get it off. And he does hit it to Casey Argenbright, and he's got the 1st down. Wow, folks.
And that was in traffic.
That was in traffic right to him, Casey.
Not a 21-yard pass, if my math is anywhere close.
That is a great catch by Casey Argenbright.
21.
Nice job, Casey Argenbright. Great pass by Keegan. Keegan
threaded that needle, didn't he?
Has some great crisp passes starting out this ball game. And
2 for 2 passing. 44 yards on 2 pass plays, a 23 and a 21.
Nice start for Keegan.
Both to Argenbright, I believe.
Yes.
This time they'll send Crossan and Argenbright and Macy to the left. Grayson George to the right. 1 in the backfield, and that's deep, and that is Eckert. And Eckert will be swallowed up by the defensive line. Loss of about 2 on the play. And we'll bring up a 2nd down and about 12. The defensive line, once again, read Eckert on that one. And last 2, they've been able to drop him for a loss. Macy will come out, Klein will come in, as McCulloch and the Lions will come back to the line of scrimmage.
The last 3 rushing plays have been for a loss. Actually, a -4, -3, and -2.
Eckert and Klein in the backfield. This time on the right-hand side is Argenbright. They will hand off to Eckert. Eckert will gain the yards he lost +1, and we'll bring up a 3rd down and about 9.
This drive started at the Minneapolis 21-yard line.
As Keegan will bring him back at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9, 7:27 left to go here in the first quarter. Scoreless ball game. Grayson George to the left, Casey Argenbright to the right, Dylan Crossan to the right as well. Lined up in a wide tight end. 2 in the backfield, shotgun formation for McCulloch. This time he will fake the handoff, rolls the right-hand side. He flushed out of the pocket, throws up in the air, has Argenbright in the end zone. Doesn't quite get it, and it's incomplete out of the end zone. Casey went up in the air and almost had an acrobatic catch in the air.
Great defensive play there by the D-back.
Defensive back there had a hand in it, and he broke that one up. Nice effort by Casey, though. 4th down and 9 for the Lions. 7:05 left to go here. Once again in.
And it would appear they're going to go for it, even though it's 4th and long.
Yeah, Keegan goes under center, so it won't be a pooch kick out of the quarterback.
We used to,
here he goes.
We used to do that. Yeah,
There he goes.
that was one of the things that Mick likes to do.
Shotgun formation.
They got nobody back.
Nope.
And he does roll the right-hand side. He'll throw it in the air. Has it crossed.
Dylan had it in his hands and knocked out by the D-back.
Just as he got the ball, he was hit.
Pretty good defense.
Yeah, good hit by the defensive back there, and just falls incomplete. Beneke, they said, drilled him, and boy, it was a hit.
So we turn it over on downs. Southeast takes charge.
At the 29-yard line. 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Beneke and a shotgun, Weaver and a deep halfback. Trips to the right-hand side, in close. So falls on the ground, and he goes down. Nice job by Beneke to just fall on that.
We'll take some more of those.
Yeah, they've had. I called it earlier, some low snaps, and that one was low. We'll bring up a 2nd down and about 17, 16. Help me count, guys.
That burned it down, though.
Yeah.
If we couldn't come away with the ball, we'll take the next best thing. We'll take the negative yardage plus a loss of down.
Trips to the right, trips to the left, and incomplete as he throws over the hands of number 11, Jordan Huggins, the senior, as he comes across the middle. They've had that receiver coming across the middle a couple times, and incomplete pass.
Now, actually, would that go as negative yardage? Rushing yardage?
Yes,
Would that come off
that
a
fumble?
rush?
Yes, I would think so.
Shotgun formation once again for Beneke. 2 receivers to the left, trips to the right. Minneapolis jumps, but they get back. Beneke drops back, pass, throws across the middle, and it's incomplete. And that will bring up a 4th down. Good defense by the Lions.
Well, I hope they keep misfiring like that.
You know, he's got a pretty good arm, and you have to wonder at some point, does he get it together?
Well, I'm quite honestly, he's a good running quarterback. I'm surprised they haven't utilized him more on that already. At least he did last year.
0 for 4 passing so far.
And he's going to punt the ball as well. Beneke.
I suppose he sells popcorn at halftime, too.
Hands at his own 10. Decent snap. Much better punt this time. And this one is nice, fair catch. Go.
Oh. I'm not sure why the
halo violation, I'm assuming. He was right there.
Nice catch, though, by number 42 for the Lions with the fair catch call, Caleb Bristow. I'll tell you one thing I noticed last week in that game. Caleb Bristow did a great job of fielding the punts, and that one wisely called a fair catch on.
Bristow, he called it right at the end. I mean, I don't know if there's a time limit on that or not, but
he's kind of suckered that still at 5
defensive
yards
player
on
into
that.
Yeah,
They called it on Minneapolis.
Must have been. What was the call?
Still waiting for the call.
It obviously wasn't a halo violation.
So I'll have to talk to my friend Darren Laws about that and find out what that call was. But
unless Denny figures it out.
Wait and see if they tell me.
In the old days, they used to, on the programs, they had the different various hand signals for the different calls.
Still waiting for the official call on this.
They're still.
Yeah, and he's arguing with it.
They're going to re-kick.
Okay.
Is what's going on?
Well, they can't decide, so redo it. All right.
Like explaining it to Coach Mick here right now.
Okay, so you saw where it would have been
are
at
they
the
going to mark it off?
42-yard line.
They're going to mark it off
10 yards.
10 yards. Huh.
Not enough for
No,
a first
that's
down.
a block. They call a block in the back. That's what they call right there.
Must have been.
That call is a block in the back call. So
All right.
they're still going to
I
line
would think
up the
that'd be
punt.
after possession, but maybe not.
And another good kick. This time takes it to Bristow. Nice catch by Bristow.
He ended up in better field position,
position at the 45. So
But that was,
wow.
the way he was struggling for his footage there, I was wondering.
Nice job, Caleb Bristow. I'll tell you, the guy has great hands coming up and catching those balls, and does a great job with
Didn't
it.
we actually net yardage
We
there?
did. We got positive 4 yards on that
Yeah.
one.
Okay. Well,
so
we gave
I'll
him
go ahead
10
and take
yards.
it.
Gave him 10 yards, and then we gained 3 out of the deal. Well, that's not too bad. We're going to take over on the 46-yard line.
McCulloch under center, 2 in the backfield, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Dylan crossing the tight end, drops back to pass, throws up, throws in the air, has Grayson George. Oh, nice catch by Grayson.
And
on
a
the
face
left
mask.
side.
Was there a face mask?
At the 19-yard line, great pass, great
34 yard,
catch.
about a 34-yard pass.
Nice job. Nice catch by Grayson
I thought I
George.
saw a
there.
hand out there through the viewfinder, but obviously I was mistaken.
That is 3 for 4 passing for McCulloch. 34.
3 for 5. Missed one in the end
3
zone.
for 5.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
So-
I am corrected.
Sorry about that, buddy.
That's why I keep unofficial stats.
1 to the right, 1 to the left. I'm going by memory. Under quarterback, or under center is McCulloch. 2 in the backfield. They will hand off to Eckert. Eckert dances up, gets a few yardage before he's wrestled down at about the 15, 14-yard line. There is a penalty flag thrown into the pile at about the 14. Perhaps a face mask. Hard to tell from this direction. We'll see. Yes, it is. Face mask call
15-yarder.
against the Trojans. Nice
We're all
running.
15 yards now.
Nice running there by Eckert. And that is from the spot. So it'll be half the distance to the goal line. And that'll take it down to the 9-yard line, folks. 9.5-yard line. Minneapolis will have a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
That is Minneapolis' 5th first down, if in fact they did get a first down over that.
Yeah, they would.
They did.
They
Okay.
would've.
All right.
1st and goal in the red zone.
Brings up first down.
McCulloch will come under center, it looks like. He'll send Argenbright to the left, Grayson George to the right. Klein and Eckert in the backfield. Crossing in a tight end on the left-hand side. Good snap. He will hand off to Eckert. Eckert goes forward, still on his hip, and he runs forward. Does he get in?
Don't think so.
Not quite.
Pretty darn
About
close.
the 2-yard line, looks like. Nice job. I'll tell you, I don't know if you saw that ball, but it was on his hip, and he held on to it. Nice job, Jake Eckert. Bring up a 2nd and goal, I think, from about the 2-yard line.
About a 6-yard run, you think?
Where's it at now? It's on the 3.
It's on the 9. It's on the 2. I think it's on the 2 because the 2.5-yard line is the white mark there. They haven't put it on the board
It's on
yet,
the 1, so that's an 8-yard gain.
8 yard, okay.
Yeah.
They'll hand it off to Eckert again. No, he will not get it this time. Matter of fact, he'll lose a yard and take it back to the 2.5-yard line.
Well, now I must have missed something because that first
We were
run,
basically on the 10. I went
well,
down
yeah,
to 1,
but
so
that
that's a
was
9-yarder.
first down, and then we ran the 2nd down, didn't we?
Yes, it's 2nd.
Well, how come it's third? How come it's not 3rd down? Am I wrong on that? Wasn't that the
Yes,
second
yeah,
play?
good question. I don't know. Yeah, that was the second play.
That was the second play,
play.
so this should be 3rd down.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too, but it's
Well, I mean that's
Yeah.
all right if they give us an extra down.
Yes, there's a penalty flag. I don't know what it is. Let's wait and see what the flag is. Argenbright catches it in the end zone for a touchdown. So
Well,
let's
the
wait and see
defensive
what the flag
backfield.
is, though. And it's holding against the Trojans, and we will decline that one. Touchdown, Minneapolis. Nice job by Keegan McCulloch to Casey Argenbright for the 2-yard touchdown. And, folks, we got some fireworks.
So far, the Lions being very domineering both on offense and defense.
Casey Argenbright to hold. Andrew Yox will come in to kick. Ball will be on the 10. Will be kicked from the 10. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. Nice job, Andrew Yoxel, as Minneapolis takes the 7-0 lead. As Minneapolis with the early lead. Oh, I tried to get it, I couldn't quite get it.
Almost came right in here, didn't it?
Couldn't quite get that one, so Minneapolis takes the early lead 7-0. We will go ahead and take a break.
Back on for a second here. I got to
get a word from our sponsors here in just a second. But Dave, you're right. They have done a great job on the offensive side as well as the defensive side, trying to on the defense as well as the offense. Nice job.
This looks more like the offense I expected to see last week.
So, as we trying to get our technical stuff underway
it went to
here.
sleep on us.
So
here we go.
Are locally owned community banks committed to making your banking experience as possible. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sorry about that.
welcome back to Minneapolis. You're listening to 910canada.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. Andrew Yoxel ready to kick the ball off. 7-0, 4:20 left in the first quarter. Kick is deep. It will be taken by back at about the 12-yard line, and he will get out on the outside. Oh, my goodness. Look out. And he's going to be gone. Just like that, we give up about an 87-yard, 85-yard kickoff return. Wow. And I didn't even see who for sure it was. He said Clinton Powell is what the announcer said. Wow. That is huge, guys. Just like that, we had the momentum, and then with a long kickoff return.
They will line up for two. I heard the coaches talking earlier. They're their coaches, and they don't kick for nothing.
Wow. Just like that, it is 7-6. He'll line up for two. Beneke under center. He'll roll the right-hand side. He'll keep it himself, and he will get the two. And that will make it an 8-7 lead for the Southeast Saline Trojans.
That's the second kick return we've had against us this year for TDs.
And we will try to hear a word from our sponsors here. You're listening to 910canada.com as well as EU Communication Channel.
And hope that the boys and girls have a successful season. Ada Grain believes that sports and a quality education go hand in hand, building strong bodies and minds.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA News Talk, and 99 KG Country is a proud sponsor of Lions sports coverage. Listen to live broadcast on 910KINA.com or on your local Eagle Cable, Channel 8.
Let's make it delicious. Let's make it fast. Let's make it...
Sorry about that.
Welcome back to Minneapolis. Scott Oshman, Dale Leach, and Dave Rupert here as the Minneapolis Lions now trail 8-7 after a 85-yard kickoff return. Is that what you had, Dave?
Yeah, I have 85.
So
pretty close.
Yeah, that's what Denny just said. So
Southeast has taken the lead now, 8-7, on the kickoff return from Minneapolis. So Minneapolis now has a shot at it. We'll see what we can do with it.
They say number 80 is kicking. I have no idea who that is, so I will leave it at that. And it's kicked on the ground and low. It's going to be picked up by Macy on the right-hand side. Heel break. Oh, dang, that was a hole. That was the hole if you ever saw one.
There was a hole.
Wow, that was close.
He just couldn't get through it.
I'll tell you, that hole got awfully small, awfully quick because it was pretty big to start with.
Yeah, we just had the right angle, Scott, to be able to see it. It was there. He just couldn't get through it.
Ball's at the 33-yard line of the Lions.
Nice job by Macy to bring that one back to the 34-yard line. 33-yard line. Sorry about that.
4 minutes remain in the first quarter. Minneapolis will have first down here.
Argenbright to the left as well as Crossan. And George to the right. Two in the backfield. Argenbright McCulloch under center, throws the outside. And incomplete as he tried to get it to Eckert. And just incomplete as they threw just a little pass out in the flat, just out of his reach. Bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Lions.
Bring up a 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass.
Keegan McCulloch will bring his squad back up to the line of scrimmage.
Minneapolis 4 for 7, 80 yards.
Klein in for Macy.
Grayson George to the right, Argenbright to the left. Crossing in tight with his tight end on the left-hand side, 2 in the backfield for McCulloch under center. Snap this time, they hand it off to Eckert. Eckert.
Ball's on the carpet.
And it's
I think we may have recovered it.
We did. Number 53, Brant Radke, comes up with the ball on the ground. Good job, Brant. As the Minneapolis Lions will keep the possession, but they will lose a yard on the play. 3:34 left to go here in the first quarter. 8-7, Trojans on top.
14 yards rushing unofficially for the Lions.
And back in a shotgun formation is McCulloch. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 2 in the backfield. McCulloch will roll to the left-hand side. Has some pressure coming, throws across the middle, and intercepted at the 45-yard line as double coverage over there on the right-hand side as the Trojans will take over after the interception.
On the Lion
45?
44. 4-yard line looks like. Or right on the 45. Just inside the 45. A lot closer to the 45 than the 44.
3:05 remains in the quarter.
Shotgun formation for Beneke, 1 in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They fake the handoff. Beneke keeps it. He'll roll to the outside. And
Klein can stay with him.
Klein, and then he's
Wasn't horse collar hard.
Nope.
Nice job by
Adam Klein, who slowed it up enough so that there was time for help to arrive.
And that help was in the form of Nick Torres as well as Jake Eckert as they laid a hit on Beneke. Beneke under center. In the back deep is Weaver. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He'll roll to the right-hand side, has some pressure.
Block in the back.
Throws across the middle. Nice catch. Incomplete. Incomplete, yep. And he gets up arguing with the official, but we saw from up here that it came through and incomplete.
They're 0 for 5 passing unofficially. Negative 1 yard rushing, which is hard to imagine. They have 8 points, but they scored that on a kickoff return. But -1 rushing yards and 0 for 5 passing.
Shotgun formation.
But still have the lead.
Yeah, and he's going to get the first down and more right there. And nice trip up by Nick Torres, number 42, excuse me, Caleb Bristow.
Move the
Nick
chains.
Torres was number 42 last year, guys. I think, and that keeps throwing me on this one. I think Torres was number 42 last year. I can't remember.
Move the chains for the Trojans here.
About a 15-yard run it appeared.
Moves it down to the, as you said, Minneapolis 24, first down. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Low snap, they will hand it off to Weaver. Weaver cuts up, and he'll be tackled hard at the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. Jake Eckert in on the tackle. Also in on the tackle, Dylan Crossan for the Lions, as well as number 57, I think Austin Crossan.
That was only the second first down for Southeast so far in the game.
Shotgun formation for Beneke. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. He'll roll to the left-hand side. He'll keep it himself. Cuts up. Good eyes for Beneke, and he breaks the tackle right there, and he's going to be in for a touchdown.
That is a 22-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, and he was keeping it all the way. He got the ball, tucked it in, and was zigging and zagging and made his way to the goal line.
14-7. Trojans on top. They will line up, as you said, they will go for 2 almost all night. So
Yes, that's what their coaches indicated. They don't kick.
So shotgun formation for Beneke. Weaver in the backfield with him. And he'll drop back to try to pass, throws across, and nice job, Casey Argenbright, to tip that one away. Two-point conversion fails, and that will makes it 14-7 with 1:44 left to go here in the first quarter. We will hear a word from our sponsors. You're listening to 910 KINA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
Well,
The Minneapolis Junior-Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast to the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers in your school. Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
Oh, what's with it today?
Well, something's wrong with the connection there. A little technical difficulties, as we seem to have a lot of those.
So a couple of big plays have put Southeast on top, 14-7. A kickoff return and a 22-yard, is that right, 22-yard?
After
22-yard touchdown.
After an interception.
Yeah,
in our
after
territory.
set up by an interception. It's exactly right, Dale.
And ball will be picked up by Klein. Klein will be taken down at about the 40-yard line. Nice job, Adam.
Ball's loose.
Nice
That may be a
job.
problem. I'm not sure. The referees are not making a call yet. They have decided that.
I don't know what they decided.
The Lions seem to think
We'll see who what
like
center
they-
grabs the ball.
They said that Minneapolis will have the ball, so.
Southeast was all happy like they had it, but might have just been extra wishing, as I guess it was.
14-7, Trojans on top. Minute 37 left to go in the first quarter. McCulloch will bring a squad up to the line of scrimmage.
Well, if it's any indication of what's happened earlier, that minute 37 is plenty of time for a couple of scores.
Eckert and Bristow in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Argenbright to the right, George to the left. He'll roll the right-hand side. Throws up.
Argenbright.
Throws,
About 7-8 yards over the head.
tried to get it over the top of him, and he did, but just a little early. Incomplete pass. As Lions will come back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10.
Minneapolis 80 yards passing, 14 yards rushing. They're 4 for 8 unofficially.
This time they will have a little different formation than what we've seen tonight. 2 in the backfield, under center. Bristow lined up, will go in motion. They will hand it off to Bristow. Bristow will roll the right-hand side. And still on his feet. He'll go up and will he get to the first down? I think so.
Oh, he's right at it.
Nice
He's
job,
right at it.
Caleb Bristow, as we took one out of a playbook that we saw last week with Valley Heights, where they said,
I wondered if we might, quite honestly.
take it out of the-
pretty effective run.
Yeah, nice job by Bristow with the first down. Gain of 10 as
Southeast has 2 first downs, and we have just now completed 6 first downs.
McCulloch will come up under center. Bristow and George on the left-hand side. Bristow, not sure. I think that's Macy on the right. Bristow goes in motion. They fake the handoff. They will give it up to Eckert, and Eckert is hit at the line of scrimmage. Klein. They said the ball carrier, and that will be back to the line of scrimmage. We'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
We'll call that 1 yard. It'd be a very short, might be closer to a foot.
It's positive yardage nonetheless.
Yeah, we'll call it a yard. That gives us 25 yards unofficially rushing. The quarter winding down with 55 seconds remaining.
Klein and Eckert in the backfield. Grayson George on the right. Argenbright on the left. Bristow go in motion. Takes the handoff. They will throw across the middle to Grayson. George just
a little
over the
high.
top of him. Wow. That one
That was a fake to the go in motion guy, fake to the crossbuck, and a pass out in the deep.
a lot of things going on there, and just a little over the top of him, or that would have been a heck of a completion. 3rd down and 9. 39 seconds left in the first quarter. 14-7. Trojans on top. Ball on at midfield. Under center is McCulloch. One to the right. Bristow goes in motion. Drops back to pass again. And oh, wow. Just lost his footing as number 71 got through. Shane Schoenhofer, a 235-pound defensive lineman, senior, gets through and shoves McCulloch.
We're going to call that a sack.
Yeah.
2nd and about 25 here.
Loss of about
12 on the play. Yoxel back to kick. And, oh, wow, breaks the tackle right there, but he's not going to break another one. Nice job by Minneapolis. They will return to the 35. And number 19, the ball carrier, that's Trenton Collins, as he gets about a 12-yard return.
Must be quarter. Yes, it is.
And that's the end of the first quarter, so Minneapolis trails right now, 14-7. You're listening to 910KINA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
Valley Heights did. So, we think that
financial. What's most important? Your family, auto, home, and other possessions. Call your Farm Financial Services agent in Minneapolis, George Dressy. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company.
Minneapolis Lions. At Bennett Autoplex, Salina, you'll find a small-town family atmosphere with great prices on new and used cars. New GMC trucks and SUVs. Serving their customers since 1957, Bennett Autoplex, Salina.
Welcome back. Second quarter action.
Getting ready to go here as the Southeast Saline Trojans lead 14-7. Minneapolis really did a great job of dominating the first part of that first quarter, Dave, and then the long kickoff return and the interception puts the Trojans right back in this.
Again, the big plays have been the bugaboo for us. As I said, we have 6. They only have 2 first downs unofficially, and we had 6, but they were the ones that turned in the big plays.
As Beneke will go under center, shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, 2 to the left, 1 back deep, and that's Weaver. He'll roll the right-hand side. He will fake the pitch, and he will keep it himself. Nice job by the Minneapolis line as they
53, 52. A couple of them in there.
Gain of about 3 on the play. 2. Will bring up a 2nd down and 8. Looked to pitch to Weaver, but at the last second kept it himself. Shotgun formation once again, to the right, to the left. Minneapolis playing single coverage. And drops back to pass. Nice sack by Minneapolis as they do not bite that one at all. Nice job by Minneapolis. 53. Number 53, Brant Radke, smelled that one out perfectly and did a great job of coming in and getting that one. Nice job, Radke. Radke stayed at home on that one and just Beneke kept it on his hip and tried to hide it, but boy, wow, nice job by.
Whoops! There's
nice
the blue
job.
shirt.
Shotgun formation for Beneke. Weaver in the backfield, to the right, to the left. He'll drop back to pass. Has plenty of time, and he'll throw up, and it's
incomplete.
Do I see a call? Must be a problem because Haxton's all over him.
Incomplete.
Incomplete. So
Haxton was right there on top of it. He thought it was a catch. He thought it was a catch.
Typical. Sorry.
Hey, call it like you see it, Scott. Tell it like it is.
4th down at about 15, and it looks like they will bring it. Beneke will step back to punt the ball. Back deep will be Bristow and Argenbright. They'll stand at about their own 35-yard line. Beneke standing at his 30. High snap, and a good punt. This one will be taken by Bristow at about the 30. Cuts up, breaks 1 tackle, still on his feet before he's going to be hammered.
Oh, he fumbled.
But there's a flag.
Southeast thinks they have it.
You know, if all else fails, why indicate the way you want to see it go. Whether or not you can actually tell who has possession. Yeah, they did. They had the call right that time.
Now what's the flag about?
Yeah. But there is a flag, so let's see what it is. So must have been a block, a legal block by Minneapolis, if they're not bringing them. So a lot of discussion going on here. So still waiting for the call by the officials. A lot of discussion going on out there. And they're going to
discuss it with the Southeast captain, which I'm sure they will decline.
So it must have been against the Lions. So
unless it gets to move the ball further down the field.
It is a holding against the Lions. Son of a gun. Declined.
So the punt will be lost. Southeast will take over.
Second week in a row, we've fumbled a punt.
So we've suffered an interception and now a punt fumbled away.
And they scored off the last turnover. Lions defense is going to have to step it up and shut them down here.
They set up a pretty good position on the line, 41-yard line.
Beneke in a shotgun. Weaver to his right, to the right, to the left. And he will keep it himself. And he will be tackled. Nice job by Minneapolis with the tackle. As big hit by
27 and 57.
57, which is Austin Crossan, as well as number 27, Jake Eckert, in on the tackle.
Gain of 4. Second 6. Okay. Shotgun formation again for Beneke. Keeps it, rolls right, looks to pitch. He does. 10. Oh, he fumbles, and we have it. On the 28-yard line. Recovery was by number 8, Macy, I believe.
Macy with the fumble recovery. The hit was put on, a huge hit put on Weaver, and I didn't see who made that hit, guys, but that was a hard hit.
He coughed it up.
That was a
okay.
Big break for Minneapolis.
As they will take over the ball on the 28-yard line. Shotgun formation, trips to the right, 1 to the left. Back in the backfield is Eckert with McCulloch. He will roll the right-hand side, has some pressure coming, gets it into Eckert. Eckert will break on the outside, breaks one tackle, and he will be knocked out of bounds.
First down.
But a first down. Nice job by Jake Eckert with the catch in the backfield with the first down. 10-yard completion, Minneapolis first down at the 40-yard line.
Move the chains.
That brings us up to, unofficially, 23 yards rushing. And our 7th first down.
As 9:53 left to go here in the second quarter. Shotgun formation for McCulloch, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. 1 in the backfield is Eckert. Good snap. He'll roll to the left-hand side, throws up to Eckert, and another penalty flag. And there's a horse collar there, no call.
There was 2 flags. There was one early, and then there was one upfield holding. And maybe was that
they must have both
call?
saw the same thing.
Well, one dropped early, and then the other one picked up.
Point of infraction is the 36-yard line. They moved the further flag up backwards.
So
10-yarder from that spot will put us at the 26.
And that was
they must have both saw the same thing.
So that was basically 4 yards back from the first down marker, so that's a 14-yard penalty in effect.
Ball on the 26-yard line this time. A first down and about 22. Shotgun formation for McCulloch. Trips to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. And a lot of movement there. And I think the offensive line may have moved first, though. Looks like they're indicating that, and they'll back them up another 5 yards. Legal procedure by the offense. We'll bring up a first down and 27.
Procedure.
Need to remind them that they need to go the other direction. I'm trying to keep up with your wit.
Was that
there.
5 or 10?
5.
They got 4 downs to get the 27 yards.
But it's still first down.
Ball on the 21-yard line. Shotgun formation once again from McCulloch. Same formation. Trips to the right. Eckert in the backfield. McCulloch will roll the right-hand side. Throws up the field. And intercepted.
At the Lion.
Wow.
34-yard line.
I'm not sure who stepped in front of that, but that was a heck of a defensive play by Beneke, of course. Should have known, Beneke. So first down with the interception gives the ball back to the Trojans.
2 INTs in the half. And 1 fumble.
And fumbled punt. Okay, so I tell you what, I'm having trouble keeping up here. I've got to get back on the right sheet. So, ball's on the 34.
Beneke under center. He'll keep it. Nice job by the Minneapolis defensive line as Beneke will gain 1, but Kyler Moody in on the tackle as well as Eckert. And Charlie Lynn and Austin Crossan all pushing that line back.
Loss half a yard.
Yeah. Nice job by the Minneapolis defense. 9:16 left to go here in the first half. Shotgun formation for Beneke. Weaver in the backfield with them. 2 of the receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He'll roll to the right-hand side, looks to pass, and he will pass, and he has the completion at about the 23-yard line. That will be awfully close to a first down.
Probably their littlest guy on the squad, or on the field anyway, number 11.
Jordan Huggins, 151-pound senior, and I think they're going to give him the first down. First completion of the night, Dave?
Yes, that's what I have. 1 for 7 for 11 yards. Brings up a first down. That is only the 3rd first down.
Shotgun formation, Beneke out on the outside. Wow, he is so quick to get out on the outside, and he read that one perfectly and gets almost another first down. Matter of fact, I think he did get the first down to the 12-yard line. Move the chains, first down, Trojans. Beneke in a shotgun. Trips tight on the right-hand side. Low snap, he'll keep it himself. Goes right through one tackle, another tackle.
Flag
there is
down.
a penalty flag.
58 finally takes him down.
Nice job by Nick Torres. With the tackle, holding is the call against the Trojans.
Ball flags at the 9-yard line. So that'll move it back to the 19. Another first down.
First down at about 18.
Was that a 10 yards?
Yes, from the spot though.
Okay.
So as looks like they've got official timeout.
52 has a helmet problem.
Number 52 for the Lions is Kyler Moody.
Davis comes in to replace him.
Shotgun formation for Beneke. This time he'll fake the handoff to Weaver. Keeping himself, has plenty of room on the outside. Oh my goodness, he'll go right in. Nobody out on the left-hand side as
the
touchdown Trojans.
He was able to get outside at the defensive end and turned the corner and headed to the house.
21-yard touchdown run by Beneke.
They're rolling up some yards. That now is 57 yards rushing on that 21-yard run.
And they will go for 2.
Right now, score 20-7, 8:21 left to go. Shotgun formation, 2 in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. Beneke will keep it himself, and he will go walking right in for the 2-point conversion. Beneke, a tough one, and with pretty much their offense right now.
He's pretty much what handled us last year, and so far, other than the kickoff return, he's pretty much been what's damaged us this year.
Yep. As 22-7, 8:21 left to go here in the first half. We will take a break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
Well, Coach, a tough loss last.
That keeps going to that.
As
we always like to hear from the coach.
The State Bank of Delphus and the Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks, committed to making your banking experience as easy and personal as possible. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ada Grain is proud to be a sponsor of Lions Sports and hope that the boys and girls have a successful season. Ada Grain believes that sports and a quality education go hand in hand, building strong bodies and minds.
Eagle Community.
welcome back to Lion Country Stadium here. 8:21 left to go in the first half. Trojans on top, 22-7. And with the high kick, it'll be taken by Argenbright at about the 20. Cuts it up. So he's going to be taken down at about the 33-yard line. Tackled by number 9, Jake Vermillion, a 164-pound junior for the Trojans.
Well, so far their scores have come off a kickoff return, which basically is an error on our part defensively, and two interception and a fumble, wasn't it?
Well, no, the interception set up the next play.
Yeah. 2 interceptions.
2 interceptions. They scored off each one.
This time McCulloch will go under center. One in the backfield, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the right-hand side. McCulloch will be flush out the right-hand side, gets it up to Eckert. Eckert will dodge 1 tackle before he's knocked out of bounds at about the line of scrimmage. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
No gain on the pass.
Bring up a 2nd down and 10. 8:03 left to go here in the first half.
5 of 10 passing. 2nd down.
Trips to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. McCulloch in a shotgun. Eckert in the backfield with him. This time he'll roll to the left-hand side. Throws it up. Just out of the reach of Grayson George. Had Grayson out on the right-hand side. Incomplete pass will bring up a 3rd down and 10.
I think he had to change his idea there. The defender jumped up, hands wailing away, and
kind of threw a sidearm.
Yeah, he kind of dropped down and threw a sidearm and wasn't able to get it on target.
As McCulloch will bring his squad back to the line of scrimmage here. This time they will send to the right-hand side. Eckert in the backfield, McCulloch under center. Grayson George on the left-hand side.
He
Throws
threw
it up in the air.
Grayson never did see it. He threw that ball before Grayson ever looked, and that's fine. It was a timed play, but he never did see the ball.
It was not where Grayson was running to. 4th and 10 coming up. 7:53 to go in the half. The Lions down 22-7.
Yoxel will step in to kick from about his own 20-yard line. 1 on the left, 1 on the right. Excuse me. 1 back deep for the Trojans. They send 1 person right on through. Wow.
Oh, what a
great punt though. And it will
a good
roll.
roll out.
Nice job. Still rolling down. And it will be rolling all the way down to the 20, to the 15-yard line. Wow. Great punt by Yoxel.
He kind of got into that one.
Yeah, he did. Nice job by the sophomore Andrew Yoxel as they kick it all the way down to the 16-yard line, and that's where the Trojans will take over.
I guess sometimes it can be deceiving, but man, this seems like a long half.
Well, the clock stopped a lot with the incomplete balls.
A lot of incomplete passes by the Trojans in the first quarter. We've had some incompletions as well.
Especially here in the second quarter.
So Beneke will bring his squad back. They'll send 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Weaver in the backfield. Tight end on the right-hand side. And he will fake the handoff, roll the right-hand side, looks to pass. Has a receiver, and it's incomplete. Nice job as he tries to get it to number 3, which is Braden Long. Threw it just behind him, and incomplete pass. I'll tell you, Beneke, a threat from the coming out of the backfield. You just don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah, you have to respect the run. Absolutely.
I was surprised to see in the area stats this week that his rushing totals weren't any higher than they were through the first 2 games. Because I remembered him last year running well against us.
1 of 8 passing. They have 4 first downs.
Penalty flag, folks.
57 yards rushing.
Don't know what it is. It's against the Trojans, though.
They have 1 completed pass for 11 yards. That's what I have, anyway.
5-yard penalty.
Still discussing it with the Lion team captain.
Well, now he's going over and explaining to Haxton. You notice how he always has to explain it to Haxton. Mick is, you can tell who yells louder. As they have.
Your prejudices are
well,
really showing.
He's an advocate for his team, Scott.
I know, but that's a nice way of putting it. Sorry, folks. Mr. Positive here is a little negative, and I apologize. Shotgun formation, and this time they will fake the handoff. Beneke will keep it himself, and he's still on his feet. Wow. Nice tackle by a bunch of Minneapolis folks, but Beneke with some hard running right there. Gains about 8 of those yards back. Will bring up a 2nd down and 6. Big run by the senior quarterback, Beneke. 2 receivers, the trips to the right, 1 to the left. Weaver in the backfield with Beneke. And Beneke will keep it himself again. And
gets a corner. They're having success around that
first down,
around their left end. We just don't seem to be able to get that contained. I'm not sure what it is that they're doing, but whatever it is working.
The clock stops with 6:59 to go in the half.
Forced him out of bounds.
How many yards did he get there?
I'm going to say about 12.
12, okay.
It's now on the
78 yards. They're starting to rack some yards together.
Ball's on the ground. He will throw up in the air and incomplete pass. There is a flag. Beneke had to go down on the ground to pick that one up.
Yeah,
legal procedure. I am kind of negative on Haxton, but he gets his kids to play.
He does. Yes, he does. He does a good job.
And he does get his kids to play. It's just
it's not the way we prefer to see.
Well,
motivated.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But beside the point, he does get those kids to play, and he does get a lot out of his kids.
He is passionate. You got to give him that.
Yeah. Shotgun formation once again for Beneke. 1 in the backfield is Weaver. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. And they will fake the handoff, keeps it himself, rolls up, throws it.
Behind the receiver,
wide open.
There wasn't anybody within 5 yards of him.
No, you're right. Had Trent Collins wide open and threw right behind him. So, I can see where Southeast Saline trying to develop a pass game, which would free up their run game. But right now their run game has been pretty solid.
Well, they're 1 for 9 passing, so they haven't exactly dominated with it.
Empty backfield, trips the right-hand side. Beneke keeps it himself. Nice job by Eckert to stay right at home in the middle linebacker spot, and he drops him. Nice job, Jake Eckert.
It's one way Beneke gets some running room is they had 3 spread
maybe
wide,
a yard.
Right, 2 spread wide left, so you had the D-backs had to respect that, and that leaves an isolation for Beneke to go up the
3rd down.
Great job by Eckert to stay right there at home in the middle, and he drops him.
Minneapolis trails Southeast 22, Minneapolis 7, with 6:16 remaining in the quarter. Oh, he's right there. Uh-oh.
And he catches the ball, and he's going to run that one in as gets right past the defender. Missed tackle, number 20, Michael Helvey, another senior, gets the
70-yard pass.
73-yard
73?
73.
Okay. 73-yard pass. That made up for some.
Well, they say 68, but that's okay.
68. We'll call it. Okay, 68.
We'll go Denny's.
All right, 68. That is 2 for 10, and let's say 68 yards. That is 79 yards total passing.
Shotgun formation for Beneke, 2 in the backfield with him. He'll fake the handoff, keep himself, and he gets in again.
Right up the gut.
30-7 is the score as the Trojans, with a commanding lead, 6:04 left in the first half. As we will take a break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're listening to 910KND.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA News Talk and 99 KG Country is a proud sponsor of Lions sports coverage. Listen to live broadcast on 910KINA.com or on your local Eagle Cable, Channel 8.
Let's make it delicious. Let's make it fast. Let's make it a meal from KT's in downtown Minneapolis. KT's, home of the almost world-famous hamburger. KT's wishes the Lions best wishes during the upcoming season.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast to the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior Senior High School. Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
At Robertson Monument.
Welcome back to Minneapolis as Minneapolis scores first, but it's been all Trojans since that point as they have the lead 30-7. Here with 6:04 left to go in the first half.
Minneapolis only able to score the one touchdown with the good PAT kick by Yoxel.
Bristol will take it about his 8-yard line.
Uh-oh, there's a hole.
Runs into one of his own players, and he'll be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Hate it when that happens. Run into your own guy and go down.
24, not the 28.
Sorry, 24. Caleb Bristow with about a 14-yard.
Make it the 23.
10, 24. About a 16-yard kickoff return. McCulloch in a shotgun. To the right.
Positive going here on
to the left. Empty backfield for McCulloch. A lot of pressure looking to come through the middle, looks like. And they do send some pressure up. They have Eckert. Eckert breaks the tackle. Nice job by Eckert. Cuts it up, still on his feet. Nice job, Jake Eckert, with a little catch across at about the 40. That's a completion of
30, about a 33, 32, about a 32-yard, maybe 33-yard pass completion. That is 6 for 13. 33 yards is...
Nice little completion, nice confidence builder for McCulloch and the Lions.
113.
To the left, to the right. Empty backfield, Eckert and Grayson on the left-hand side. Drops back to pass again, flush out of the pocket. He will run this time. And nice block there by Eckert, and Keegan lowers ahead, and so does Eckert, and he will have, nice job, Keegan McCulloch. Big hit there at about the 34-yard line. Will be short by about a yard. Actually 35, so be short by about 2 yards. We'll bring up a second down and 2. Big hit by McCulloch. Lowered his head.
2nd and 2. Actually, he didn't lower his head much. Pretty much straight up.
Nice block by Eckert, though, to give him a little bit extra room. To the right, and that is great. That is Argenbright and Macy. One to the left is George. In the backfield is Eckert. He'll line up on the right side of McCulloch in a shotgun formation. Snap, they will hand the ball off to Eckert. Eckert takes it right at the middle, has the first down and then some. Nice job, Jake Eckert takes it all the way to the 20-yard line. A 14-yard run. Nice job, Jake Eckert.
Bernicke saves the touchdown on the 20-yard line. Mark it at the 21.
5:24 left to go here in the first half. As you said, ball on the 21-yard line. 30-7, Trojans on top. Grayson to the left, Argenbright and Macy to the right. Eckert in the backfield with McCulloch, shotgun formation. Drops back to pass, throws across the middle and incomplete. Almost picked off by number 11, Jordan Huggins.
Well covered by the Trojans there.
Huggins with some pressure on Grayson, as Jordan Huggins listed at, well, they don't give a height there, but Grayson has a little bit of size advantage on that Huggins, but Huggins had position. Second down and 10. 5:07 left to go in the first half. To the right, one to the left. Eckert on the left side of McCulloch. McCulloch in a shotgun. McCulloch with a long snap. Good snap. Drops back to pass. Has some pressure. McCulloch will run it up the middle. Breaks one tackle. Still on his feet. Will take it down to about the 14-yard line. will be about a 7-yard gain. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. Actually, they put it on the 15. No, about the 14. There you go.
3rd and 4.
4:45 left to go. 3rd and 4, as you said.
4 down territory. This being 3rd down.
To the right.
Don't do you much good here.
One to the left. Eckert in the backfield with McCulloch.
When you're down this much.
McCulloch,
he's got a seam.
Got a seam. Breaks 110. Nice blocking by, well, I say blocking. Eckert just kind of led the way. But it is a 1st down. Nice job by McCulloch. Takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll bring up a line 1st and goal from the 5.
How many yards?
9 yards. 10 yards. They put it on the 4, so a 10-yard carry. So 1st and goal from the 4. 4:19 left to go here in the 1st half. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation for McCulloch. Eckert in the backfield with McCulloch. McCulloch drops back to pass, rolls the right-hand side, flushed out of the pocket. Oh, wow.
2 Trojans take him down for that loss.
Loss of quite a few on the play. All the way down to the 15, 16-yard line. Loss of 11 on the play. So, good defense by the Trojans as McCulloch was flushed out of the pocket and had nobody to go to and was not far enough out of the pocket to apparently to get rid of it. Shotgun formation to the right, to the left. Empty backfield for McCulloch. Timeout called by the Trojans. So the Trojans will take a timeout as ball's on the 18-yard line, and we will take a break and hear a word from our sponsors.
3:29 to go in the half.
You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. Trojans 30, Lions 7.
They believe that supporting community activities are very important. That's why they're sponsors of Lions Sports. Minneapolis is a great town to live in, and Robertson Monument hopes you make it to as many games as possible.
It's fast, it's furious, and it's fun. It's Minneapolis Raceway. Minneapolis Raceway has brought you exciting races to Central Kansas and will continue the tradition. Minneapolis Raceway will give you and your family some of the most exciting races ever seen. Go Lions!
City Pharmacy has brought to you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
Welcome back to Lion Country Field as the Minneapolis Lion Country Stadium. As Minneapolis Lions trail right now 30-7, 3:29. 1st and goal from the 18. Minneapolis McCulloch in a shotgun to the right, to the left. Empty backfield for McCulloch. Shotgun formation. McCulloch grabs it. Has some, and once again he's flushed out. He's still on his feet, and he's taken down at the 20. A loss of 2 on the play. We'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. So. This time they will send Grayson George to the right-hand side. Eckert in the backfield with McCulloch. Macy and Argenbright on the left. Shotgun formation. Rolls the right-hand side. Has Grayson, and he'll catch it, but he'll be caught at about the 10-yard line, and he'll be tackled to bring up a 4th down and goal. Mortimer
we're going to try
with
field
the tackle.
Or at least line up for it.
You know, I don't disagree. Get some points on the board. Get some positive. I know you guys you said earlier, but let's just see some points. Let's get some points. And
first field goal attempt
for the year.
On the year for Yoxel.
Lined up on the right hash mark will be about a 28-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. Nice job by Yoxel with a nice kick on the right-hand side.
Made 4 last year and got all state status in Class 2A.
Nice job by Yoxel to get some points on the board. 30-10 brings us just down by 3 touchdowns, guys, as we get some fireworks here. We're going to take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're once again listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel. Oxel will put the ball on the 40 and get ready to kick the ball here. And it's back deep, 3 back deep for the Trojans. Looks like Mortimer, number 2. I can't tell who else is back there. This time it is kicked towards Mortimer, and he'll be picked up at the 10-yard line. And he'll roll the right-hand side. Nice block by the Trojans. Nice tackle there by Minneapolis. In on the tackle, number 82, Dylan Crossan with the tackle. Nice job. Much better job by the Lions defending the kickoff there. As
minute 47 to go. Ball on the Trojan 22.
30-10 is the score here. Right, an empty backfield for Beneke.
They spread that field again.
Shotgun
Good running
formation
for him.
Ball's on the ground, and he will throw across the middle and has a receiver. Breaks the tackle right there, and another one before he's taken down from behind by Jake Eckert, number 27. Wow. Finally getting some passes across the middle, and nice gain by the Trojans for a Southeast first down. Minute 37 left to go in the first half.
Be nice if we could get an INT.
For a touchdown.
I'll take that too.
I'll take both. Shotgun formation for Beneke to the right, to the left. Drops back to pass once again. This time throws across the middle and once again has it. Fumble, balls on the ground. Yes!
Caused by the ground. You're saying.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with that one, but darn it.
Well, no. Okay, they gave him the reception. Okay.
The official right on the spot was calling it caused by the ground. Yep.
First down by the Trojans.
In-line territory at the 44-yard line. 1:23 to go.
Empty backfield for Beneke. Minute 21 left to go in the first half. Trips to the right, to the left for Beneke in the backfield. Drops back to pass once again. Good pressure and just out of the reach. Incomplete pass. Not sure. I don't know what he's explaining. Shotgun formation for Beneke. Throws across the middle. There. Oh, nice job by Grayson George to get a tip on that because the receiver had it in stride.
The receiver still had a chance at it.
Still had a chance on it.
I think he was surprised that it came through there.
Yeah. 15 yards.
Well, from the spot plus 10.
Personal foul?
I don't know if it was personal foul or if it was a holding call. I don't know. I did not see it, guys.
That's what Denny said anyway.
Empty backfield.
I don't know.
Empty backfield, trips to the right, to the left.
Fake.
Goes up in the air, just out, just over Mortimer's head, defended by Argenbright. Trips
my tape here.
Trips to the right, to the left. Beneke in the backfield. Empty backfield, shotgun formation. He'll drop back to pass, has some pressure, throws across the middle. It's caught, but it's going to be. Oh my goodness! That was a huge
What'd they do? Hook
and ladder play.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Didn't get first down. Got it back to the original line.
Oh wow, that was a catch and a lateral, but
that's running and it's fourth down.
Timeout called.
That the Minneapolis Lions will have a great season and want to wish them the best. Wilson Shields Funeral Home, our family serving your family.
If you're...
We're back.
Welcome back to Minneapolis as fourth down and 11 for the Trojans. 43 seconds left to go in the first half.
Which is a lot of time, Scott. The way this ball game's going. 43
little trickery
seconds.
By the Trojans on the last play. Trips to the left, two to the right, empty backfield for Beneke. Low snap, comes through, nearly tackled in the backfield. Is he going to... Got to get him here for a loss, guys, and they don't... Yeah, it's going to be awfully close.
Depends on the spot.
I don't think he got it. It is awfully close. I think they're going to have to measure, but I can't tell from here.
He's standing...
That was a huge run by Beneke.
Right on the 35.
Right on it, so it'll be awfully close.
About the 34 and a half.
Well, you know what's coming.
A first down.
They're going to measure?
Yeah, they're going to measure.
That was fourth down, right?
Yeah,
that was fourth down.
That's fourth down, but
if it's short, you can bet they're going to
try to... that was fourth down, Dave.
Oh, that was fourth down.
Fourth down. So it's all or nothing right here.
Okay.
We will wait and see I can't tell. Keegan's standing right there. Can't quite see around. We'll see exactly where it is, but I think he's short. Yeah. Yes, nice job. Nice job by the Minneapolis defense to hold him. Boy, it was hard to tell from up here, but Minneapolis stops them on downs as Minneapolis will take over with 33 seconds left as Grayson George in at quarterback, guys.
It's probably got a kneel on it here.
So, looks like he's going under center. I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like he will, but and there's a penalty. Yeah. So, got to have somebody in. They didn't have.
We were short players. Is that the deal? We didn't have enough players on the field.
Sounds like what Coach next door was indicating. Didn't have anybody replace.
Well,
Grayson.
you know, they're not used to probably seeing McCulloch out of there, so that tripped us up.
Lost a second, ticked off.
Grayson George under center, and he will take that knee. And let that run down. I'm not sure if Haxton's going to call a timeout or.
He may not have any left. I don't know.
He's called 2, so I'm not sure.
That does him no good.
I wouldn't think this would help him much.
So
let it go.
That's the way the half will end. The Lions trailing by 20 here, 30-10.
That is the half as Trojans, as you said, on top 30-10.
We
And
have scored more points on them than anybody else this year so far. That's a positive.
that is positive. So we will
We're going to have a little recognition here.
stay here and have a little recognition for class of 79 being recognized. And a lot of faces in there I've seen. You guys probably know them a lot better than I do. So Minneapolis class of 79, you said that was one of the largest classes?
I believe it was.
About 100.
So
that was a real population explosion quite a ways. Several schools.
It was a good year, huh, Dale?
Yes.
We would like to take just a moment tonight to thank Mike and Nancy Weedle for their generosity and service to Minneapolis Junior Senior High School. Over the years, Mike and Nancy have donated to student athletes and coaches through many hours.
Mike and Nancy Weedle being honored here at halftime with a lot of volunteer hours, as Denny is talking about, and as they are back here and being honored as for all their time and effort and financial and everything that they have given back to this community. And I'll tell you, they just a great family, and hated to see it when they moved away.
Currently residents of DeSoto.
Actually, Shawnee, but the kids go to DeSoto. So.
Oh, I thought they lived
nope,
in
they
DeSoto.
actually live in Shawnee.
Oh, okay.
So, as Mike and Nancy Weedle being honored, as Jay Macy and Eric Yoxel down there.
Looks like we're going to have a dance squad also.
And also the dance squad getting ready to go here. As great to see Mike and Nancy back. As
here for the class of 79 celebration.
Their youngest Mason I think would be a sophomore this year at DeSoto. As Jamel off to.
Jamel is at Pittsburgh College, Pittsburgh State.
I believe playing football. Is he playing football or is he running track? Playing football.
I was indicated in talking to grandparents that yes, probably redshirting this year, but unless they need him for punting. Dance
squad coming out to perform here. I heard them practicing this morning. I was at Bible study. I come out and hear this loud music, and I'm thinking, whoa! And I could hear it clear down by John Wilson's this morning. So we'll see if it's the same number that they practiced with this morning. So 7 young ladies out there. I believe under the direction of Bridget Crossan as the Lady Lion or the Lady Dance Squad out there. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2009-2010
Lionette Dance Team. I believe Emma. I was just gonna go first names. Emma, Morgan, Mackenzie, Emily. I could probably get last names, but I was messed something up. Deja, Kendall. I would have so far been perfect. And Anna, I think I would have had every one of them, but
if you're going to leave one out,
I wasn't going to try it. I think
right.
I think it'd better to be safe than sorry. So.
Is that Trahan? Anna Trahan?
Anna Trahan.
Okay.
Emma Giles. Rankin, I think. Anna Rankin. So. Bridget Crossan, a former Southeast of Saline grad. So, I believe. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that one.
Well, I guess we'll just have to accept that, won't we?
Hey, but she married a Minneapolis boy, so it's okay. So. This has been a nice added addition to the Minneapolis High School is the dance squad. They've done just a fabulous job in the last 2 years.
The band doesn't come on the field, you bet.
Who's the coach? I guess
Bridget Crossan.
Okay.
So and she was, I believe, a former dancer at Southeast Saline, and she's brought some style to the Minneapolis. Bridget and Tyler, proud parents of a new baby girl not too long ago. Kinsley, I believe. Grandma will correct me tomorrow if I have screwed that one up.
Yep. Got a slippage out there. Congratulations, girls. Great job.
Nice job by the Lady Lionettes dance squad.
We'll take a break. Unless you got stats ready to go, Dave?
Yeah, I can run through that real quick. Minneapolis has, let me see here. I thought I had that right in front of me. Southeast. Let's do Southeast of Saline first. They had, they wound up with 5 of 50. This is all unofficial, of course. 5 for 15 passing for 114 yards. They had 79 yards rushing, and looks like 6 first downs, and lead 30-10. Minneapolis wound up with, get the right sheet in front of me here, 6 of 14 passing for 113 yards, They had 46 yards rushing and 10 points with a field goal late in the first half and a touchdown. So that's the unofficial stats for the first half.
Very good. We will be back and discuss this half and the upcoming half in a minute. Words from our sponsors.
I'm sure if we may see a quarterback change here in the second half, guys.
We might review the action from the first half. Minneapolis scored first with 4:20 remaining in the first quarter on a 2-yard TD pass to Casey Argenbright. Yoxel's PAT was good, resulting in a lead for Minneapolis with 4:20 in the first quarter, 7-0. Then, if you'll recall, we kicked off and Southeast put together an 85-yard kickoff return for a score, and their PAT run was good, resulting in Minneapolis losing the lead, and Sacred Heart, Southeast of Saline took the lead 8-7. The next score was on a 22-yard TD run by the quarterback, and the PAT pass was incomplete, resulting in a 14-7 lead for Southeast of Saline. Then Southeast scored on a 21-yard TD run. The PAT was good at resulting in a Minneapolis 7, Southeast of Saline 22. Then Southeast scored with 6:04 remaining in the half on a 68-yard TD pass. The PAT was good, resulting in a 30-7 lead, Southeast of Saline. Then Yoxel connected on a extra point, or field goal, not extra point, but a field goal, resulting in a 10 points for Minneapolis. So at halftime, it was Minneapolis 10, Southeast of Saline 30.
The Trojans score on the kickoff return, and then the other scores basically came off of not direct impact results of turnovers, but on drives that resulted from those turnovers.
Well, I think they intercepted a pass and scored on the next down, or the next, or maybe maybe it wasn't the next play, but it was resulted from that interception. And then we lost a punt, if you remember. And they were able to score off that turnover as well.
Keegan McCulloch is not going to play anymore this game.
You've got that.
The coach took his helmet away and threw it under the bench. So,
okay.
Dr. Yoxel came up and spoke.
Well, in 4 years, I'm not too sure.
Keegan's
That's not the first time, or that may be the first time he hasn't played in 4 years.
And I'm sure it's a note of precaution more than anything else. Don't want to get him any further injured than he is. If it's slight concussion or whatever, let's just keep him healthy. So Grayson George will be the quarterback. We will get the ball to start the second half. If you remember, we did defer start of the first half, and we held the Trojans on their first possession. The Lions will receive the kickoff.
They will. They will receive to start the second half, as Grayson George will had the nod to start the third quarter, and we'll see.
We'll see who ends up playing receiver in Grayson's stead.
Grayson being a junior.
As Grayson steps in to play quarterback for Keegan McCulloch.
Your other quarterback is a freshman for the Lions.
Jay Macy, or not Jay.
Yeah.
Kyler Macy has played in the.
But the other one coming up is Matt Comfort, a freshman, coming up. So I'm sure this has just got to drive Keegan nuts to not have his helmet on right now.
Matt Comfort being a cousin to Keegan McCulloch.
Back deep for the Lions will be Bristow as well as Argenbright, and the kick is up. Nice kick. Be taken by Argenbright at about the 14-yard line. And it'll be taken out of bounds at about the 22-yard line, as Minneapolis will start their possession at their own 22-yard line. And as you said, we will see who they have. I'm assuming we'll see some, just to get his underneath his belt, we'll see some 2 in the backfield running plays. We'll see. No, they don't.
Has he been running the JV offense? Do you know that?
I have not been to a JV game. I don't know.
1 in the backfield, and that's Eckert to the right, 1 to the left, and we're short a player.
Some kind of misconfiguration. Somebody, I can't guess.
There's 11. So
against Southeast, we'll take it.
Offsides. Would appear to be. Yeah, they must have.
It's been lined up over the ball or something.
So
yeah, offsides against Southeast.
1st and 5.
They were hungry. They saw a new quarterback. I want through there. So Grayson George, shotgun formation. To the right, 1 to the left. Eckert in the backfield. And he'll roll the right-hand side. Drop back to pass. He'll step up and keep it. He's still on his feet. And he will actually get back to the line of scrimmage.
Good effort by Grayson George. Broke a couple tackles and was able to gain a yard.
Yeah.
Grayson also 6'1", a little bit lighter than Keegan, 162 pounds, but has got the frame. And
he could have lost 4 or 5 yards there pretty easily.
Did a nice job. To the right-hand side, 1 to the left, 1 in the backfield is Eckert. Shotgun formation once again for Grayson. Pulls a delayed handoff to Eckert, and he will take the ball up to about the 37-yard line, gain of about 2 on the play. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. 37-yard line, as I said. Yep, 3rd and 1. Sorry about that, folks. 10:55, 30-10. Trojans on top.
Minneapolis unofficially with 50 yards rushing. Early in the second half.
McCulloch will bring his squad back. Excuse me, I'm going to struggle with that one, guys. Grayson will bring his squad back to the line of scrimmage. To the right, 1 to the left, Eckert in the backfield. Drops back to pass, and he will keep it. He will not get the first down. As
got delayed.
Second effort got him back to the line of scrimmage. Depends on the spot.
Now
it's going to be short, but good second effort by Grayson. Going to say no gain on the play.
They're going to measure it. Yeah, they're going to measure it, but I don't think he got it, guys. I think he's short by about a half a yard.
It would have taken a pretty favorable spot.
So they are going to measure, though.
Well, you're hanging out there, Scott. You called it.
I think it's short.
Okay, change your mind.
No,
I was the one that called it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, I called it short.
All right, I think.
I'll be darned. Look at that.
Look at that first down.
Look at that. Okay, good job here.
Who the man?
Nice call, Bill Leach.
Who the man?
Nice call. Nice call.
We have to give him a yard gain on that, so that's 51 yards rushing. And we're going to call that a first down because the referee said it was.
I'll have to go see Dr. Stacy and check my eyes.
Hey, I passed my eye exam for flying colors.
This time Grayson will go under center. Eckert in the backfield to the right, 1 to the left. 1 to the left is Macy. And he'll quickly pass over to Argenbright. And Argenbright will break. Oh, nice open field tackle by the Mortimer of the Trojans. Gain of about 4 on the play. 3 on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 7. First completion for Grayson.
8 for 16.
Dr. Clark said 57 years old, just wearing reading glasses for nearsightedness. You had a good run, man.
I won't comment. Let's just go with Grayson under center, 1 to the left, 2 to the right. Eckert in the backfield. 2nd and 7. This time a handoff to Eckert. Eckert will go forward about 2 yards. Take it up to about the 43-yard line.
Third and about
We'll bring up a 3rd and 5.
Closer to 4th and 5.
As Grayson George in a shotgun formation. to the right, one to the left, one in the backfield. They will send Klein in motion, and he'll drop back to pass, throws across, short hops it, and no good, incomplete, as just at the foot of Kyler Macy will bring up a 4th down and 5.
30.
Number 30 for the Lions. I'm not sure what you're looking at there. Sorry about that, Dale. No, I will tell you.
Oh.
So here.
That's not a number.
No.
Oh, okay.
Punt formation for Andrew Yoxley. He'll stand at about his own 31-yard line to punt the ball. Has some pressure coming at him. Low kick. And a block in the back, no call. And he will be taken down at about the 41-yard line. Very close to a block. It was could have gone either way. But the Trojans will take over at their own 42-yard line.
Tackle by Macy. Primary tackle there.
So, as the Southeast of Saline will come out to start the 3rd quarter. Right now up by 20, 8:28 left. Now, Dale, you said earlier, has nobody scored on Southeast yet this year?
Beloit was, 23-6, I think?
23-6, okay. So.
And then Russell, wait a minute. Did Russell score on him last week?
I have no clue. I missed about everything of last week. Beneke in a shotgun.
We might have equaled their scoring out.
Weaver, timeout called by the official. Just got to fix a helmet real quick.
Yeah, I believe Russell did score on them. I think they had 10 on them, so we've equaled their scoring. It was at Russell.
Once again, shotgun formation for Beneke, to the right, to the left. One in the backfield is Weaver. He will keep it himself and run, and breaks one tackle. And
no horse
nice job there by Austin Crossan with the tackle, as Austin did a great job of getting the shoulder pads, but not the horse collar. Nice
had
job.
2 hands wrapped around the outside of the shoulders. 53
nice
has helmet problems.
So
Yoxel comes in as defensive end.
As Beneke in a shotgun, back in a halfback is back deep. They give it to the halfback Weaver. Weaver goes right up the gut. Wow. Nice job by Minneapolis.
There's the flag. I wondered about that.
For what?
I wondered about that horse collar.
Caleb Bristow, but I did not see the horse collar. I thought he had arms around the shoulder. I don't know what the heck they're calling, but personal foul. They do call a horse collar, and
that's 15-yarder.
I did not see it. I thought he had a clean grab around there. So we'll bring up a 1st down. 15 tacked on, probably half the distance to the goal line from that spot. So personal foul is the call, and it is half the distance to the goal line. We'll park it all the way down to the 8-yard line. To the right, to the left for Beneke in a shotgun. And they're saying that that it was a horse collar. Right? So
just have to look out on the film.
Shotgun formation, Beneke. This time he'll keep it himself, roll the right-hand side, throws up in the corner, and does he catch it? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Trojans, as they throw one into the end zone to number 20, which is Michael Helvey, a 170-pound senior for the Trojans, and that puts the score at 36-10.
And they will line up for 2.
Trojans will line up, as you said, to go for 2 here. So they had a shotgun formation for Beneke, one in the backfield with him. He's ran it in himself the last few times, and he will do it again. So am I looking at this right, Dale? Is Southeast of Saline a 48-point favorite?
Well, that's
according to the computer power ratings.
Yeah, so it's not exact picking points, but that's.
Southeast started on the 43 with 8:28 and took it in for the score with 7:34 remaining.
We'll hear from our sponsors
in the 3rd quarter.
Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks, committed to making your banking experience as easy and personal as possible. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ada Grain is proud to be a sponsor of Lions Sports and hope that the boys and girls have a successful season. Ada Grain believes that sports and a quality education go hand in hand, building strong bodies and minds.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA News Talk, and 99 KG Country is a proud sponsor of Lions sports coverage. Listen to live broadcast on 910KINA.com or on your local Eagle Cable, Channel 8.
Let's make it delicious.
And the kickoff goes in the hands of Argenbright. Argenbright goes on the right-hand side, breaks one tackle before he takes it up to about the 33-yard line. Minneapolis will have the ball. So,
well, we'll go ahead and say it. Scott has official word that Keegan has to sit out at least 30 minutes to verify his status. Must be the doctor's orders. So he might be out for just 30 minutes. He might be out for the game. We shall see.
Shotgun formation for Grayson. One in the backfield is Eckert. To the right, one to the left. As looks at Macy, throws across to Macy, has him in a flat. Nice catch, nice pass by Grayson. Nice catch by Kyler Macy. Gain of about 5. We'll bring up a second down and 5.
Grayson's doing a nice job of throwing here in relief.
Absolutely. 7:05 left to go here in the third quarter. 38-10, Trojans on top. To the right, one to the left. This time Grayson goes under center, Eckert in the backfield. Throws over to Casey, and it's an incomplete pass. Just couldn't quite pull it off the carpet there.
Those passes out to the side must be harder to complete than you would think, because I've just seen it throughout the years. They oftentimes go low.
Yeah. 6:47 left to go. Third down and 5 for the Lions. They'll send Klein, and I'm assuming Argenbright to the right-hand side, Macy to the left, Eckert in the backfield. Quick pass, and they hand it off to Eckert. Eckert will have the first down. Nice job. Nice job, Jake Eckert, as he gets the first down. Nice job, Lions.
To the line 43. Move the chains.
It is a first down.
131 yards unofficially rushing for Minneapolis. Correction, I'm corrected on that. That's wrong column.
I was going to say we gained some.
Yeah, we're going to say 7 over here. Rush yards.
To the right, one to the left. Eckert in the backfield. Grayson under center. This time he will fake the handoff. Throws up the corner to Macy and
out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Had a good idea. Faked a little pass to the flat to the right-hand side, then went to the left, trying to get it to Kyler Macy, and just out of, actually threw it. If he would have caught it, it would have been out of bounds anyway. So
that was 66 yards rushing, unofficially for Minneapolis. They are 10 for 21 passing, for 124 yards passing.
I trust you, Dave, because I'm not keeping any stats.
Well, that way it make me seem right. These are very unofficial stats.
To the right, one to the left. Tight end on the right-hand side. Shotgun formation for Grayson. Eckert in the backfield. He'll be flushed out. Has tried to get it to Eckert, just out of his reach. We'll bring up a third down and 10.
So unofficially 210 yards total offense for Minneapolis, which isn't bad numbers considering this is the third quarter. Probably very good numbers.
Third and 10.
A lot better than last week.
To the left, one to the right. Eckert in the backfield. Grayson this time under center.
And I tell you what, I'm kind of impressed with what Grayson has been able to do thus far, although he didn't have much chance there.
Nope.
If you,
defensive end or tackle.
somebody came steaming in. Somebody got beat.
Came through fast and quick on that one. Will bring up a 4th down at about 18. Yoxel will step in to punt the ball. Tell you, Grayson did not have, he didn't have hardly any chance on that one.
No chance at all.
Yoxel will stand about his own 24-yard line. This time a nice kick if it stays in bounds, and it does. And it goes out of bounds at about the 24-yard line, 25. Nice kick by Yoxel. As the Trojans will take over here at the 25-yard line. 5:27 left to go here in the third quarter.
Third quarter, yeah.
Third quarter.
And as we said earlier, this has been a long game because of the passing and different things that have happened.
Put a defensive stand on here.
As the offense will come to the line of scrimmage for the Trojans. Beneke in a shotgun. Weaver, the one tailback. One wide left, 2 to the right. And he'll fake the handoff, roll the right-hand side, looks to pass, throws across the middle, has a receiver, and the first down. As Klein with the tackle.
Better on their pass connectivity here.
Yes, very much so.
Second and third quarter.
Braden Long with the reception.
7 for 17.
They started out, they couldn't connect.
They couldn't, yes.
They have done better.
36 yards passing.
Shotgun formation. Mortimer will come to the left-hand side. To the right. Shotgun once again. This time they hand the ball off to Weaver, and Weaver will be hit. Gain of about 1 on the play. Nice job by the Minneapolis defensive line. Southeast of Saline will come back to the line of scrimmage here. Once again, shotgun formation.
4:48 remaining in the third quarter. Minneapolis trails Southeast 38, Minneapolis 10.
Beneke keeps it himself, goes to the outside. He's got some running room and some more. And he'll be tackled. Ball's on the ground, and it's picked up by Minneapolis.
They're gonna say, yeah, it is a fumble.
There we go. Nice job. There, Southeast Saline's going to argue that, but there's no doubt about that one. He was not on the ground when that ball came loose.
He gets up limping a little bit too.
As Bristow with the recovery, and Minneapolis had the ball to take over. There's a penalty flag on the far left-hand side, guys. I don't know what it is, but
so gets them.
Gets them. I'm not. Sideline violation.
So we're going to get the ball and
in
yards.
other words, Paxton.
Sideline violation. I believe that's what the call was. And
in other words,
wow.
The coach might have said a few things.
Too much enthusiasm? Is that what that is?
And that's a big one right there.
Curb your enthusiasm?
Take over at the 47-yard line. Their 47.
It's the old saying that we had the program here 3 or 4 years ago. Enjoy the game.
2 to the right-hand side, 1 to the left.
Yeah. Well, they probably had it to give.
Grayson in a shotgun. Eckert in the backfield with them. Cross back to pass, throws up to Crossan. Oh, wow. Big hit on Crossan. Keeps the hold of the ball, though. Nice job by Dylan Crossan.
I was going
with
to
the
say,
catch.
Which Crossan was that?
That would be Dylan Crossan.
It's a heck of a no deal on the
well, you know, Mrs. Macy, and I love Mrs. Macy, and she just said, Scott, would you please say if it's Dylan or Austin? So I don't blame her one bit, and I've taken that for granted, and so I'm trying to correct it. So second down and the long 6. Under center is Grayson, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Eckert in the backfield. Quick pass over the right-hand side to Bristow. Bristow breaks one tackle before he slides down on the grass.
Put a knee down at the 48.
Yeah.
12 for 24 passing.
About a 2-yard gain.
130 yards now passing. 58 yards rushing unofficially for Minneapolis.
Third and a long 5, maybe 6. 3:20 left to go here in the third quarter.
11 first downs for Minneapolis thus far.
Grayson will go under center. This time they'll send 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Eckert in the backfield. Long 3rd down here. Grayson rolls right-hand side, flushed out of the pocket, stopped back and
Ooh, almost a little short.
A little short, and threw it at the feet of one of the Trojan defenders.
The heat was coming.
4th down. There was a lot of heat coming. And Yoxel will come in to kick.
Guys up front going to have to take care of some of that pressure.
Yoxel will stand at his own 40-yard line to kick this one off. Good snap. Nice kick once again. This time it will be fielded. And nice tackle by Adam Klein. I'll tell you, great job by Adam Klein to get right down there, and he stuck him right at the 12-yard line, 13-yard line. Great job, Adam Klein.
He ought to be good in rodeos at, what do they call it, getting the cattle and throwing them down. What do you call that?
That'd be the steer wrestling.
Steer wrestling. Yeah.
But you usually come off a horse for that one. Yeah. So, hey, but you know he's got the speed, so call it what you want.
He gets hold of him.
He does.
Takes him down.
Nice job by Adam Klein.
Even though his dad calls him the rooster. Where that comes from, I don't know.
I'm not sure. We'll have to find that out. So, 13-yard line for the Trojans. Nice, once again, tackle. Great kick by Yoxel. Great tackle by Klein. Shotgun formation for Beneke. One in the backfield with them. And low snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, takes it up. Nice tackle by the Minneapolis line, and I think they dropped him for a yard. Nice job in there on the tackle. Was number 53. Number 52, Kyler Moody. Great job by Moody. No gain. Torres in with the assist. Shotgun formation once again. This time the tailbacks lined up behind him. To the right, to the left. Low snap once again, rolls to the right-hand side, throws across the middle, and there should be a penalty. They just
inadvertent contact, evidently.
So Klein and
Coach
the receiver.
Not happy. He's talking to the referee.
Klein and the receiver.
State your case.
Trip their feet up, and he is just.
Oh yeah, he's just he's doing what he does.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, let him know. Talk yourself into something.
Shotgun formation for Beneke. Weaver in the backfield with them. To the right, to the left. This time they fake the handoff. He'll pass. Cross the middle, and it's incomplete. Nice job by Klein as they tried to get it to number 19, which is Trenton Collins. Incomplete pass. That will bring in the punt squad as Minneapolis should have some good field position here. As back will be Argenbright, standing about his own 45-yard line.
Actually, it's in the Trojan.
Wouldn't be a bad place for a block, guys.
Standing at the Trojan 46.
As Bristow
almost blocked.
You got to be careful, though. Too much enthusiasm could get you a penalty. Argenbright, all right.
Breaks a tackle. Nice job by Argenbright. Is not going to get away gets away from the 2, can't get away from the rest of them, but does a nice job of catching that field and coming to the left-hand side, breaks a couple big tackles, and Minneapolis will take over at the Trojan 43-yard line.
Could not find a wall.
As you say, this is pretty decent field position here. We got to do something with it.
They sent the house on that, so it's kind of hard to have the wall when the house went.
Yeah.
So, but nice job by Argenbright to field that one and then come out. He's
got about a 3 or 4 yard return there.
On our own 43, a minute 54 remaining in the third quarter.
They're 43.
Yeah, they're 43.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, they're 43. Southeast of Saline.
Grayson under center, to the right, 1 to the left. Grayson rolls.
Oh, there you go, Dale. That little swing out pass.
Couldn't quite had Bristow on the right hand side.
He was open there,
in
just
the flat.
in front of him and low.
12 for 26, 130 yards passing.
Like I said, it's just over the history of watching this offense of Coach Mick.
That's an
not
interesting,
been a easy pass to complete.
Interesting observation, Dale.
Bristow and Klein on the right hand side, Eckert and Macy on the left. Empty backfield for Grayson.
Although one of the plays that we haven't, go ahead.
And Macy stays in there. Oh, just behind Eckert there. Incomplete pass. As nice job by the offensive line to give Grayson George the time in the pocket, and just threw right behind Jake Eckert right there. Incomplete pass will bring up a 3rd and 10.
In his earlier coaching days, Coach Mick had that little play where they threw the ball out to, they had a wide out and a flanker split out, and one would back up and take that pass out to the sideline. You remember that play they used to use a lot? Pretty successfully. They had the right people to run that play.
Drennan was usually on the receiving end, Sean Drennan.
Shotgun formation once again. Penalty flag down. Grayson will be taken down by number 71 out of bounds. There is a flag
way
on
over
the opposite side of the field. So we'll bring up a 4th down depending on what the flag is. They're waving it. They will pick it up and put it back in their pocket. So must have had a runny nose. Bring up a 4th down. Bristow now a little shaken up. He comes out. And Argenbright comes in. And 4th down. Looks like Minneapolis will go for it here, as Grayson George will bring his squad up. 4th and 10. Minute 39 left to go in the 3rd quarter. They will send Macy wide right.
Big play here. 4th and
left.
10, as you say.
Under center is Grayson George. Pulls the right-hand side, has some pressure coming, throws. Oh, wow.
Interception.
Intercepted by the linebacker. And Braden Long will.
Tackles there.
Big interception right there.
It's all the way down to the Lion 22-yard line.
Braden Long with a big interception. He had to stretch out to get that one. Wow, it's
1:26 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Grayson had a lot of pressure coming at him. And that will turn the ball back to the Trojans.
3rd interception.
Going to be on the 19-yard line with a minute 26 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Big turnover.
Beneke in a shotgun formation to the right, to the left. One in the backfield's Weaver. He will fake the handoff. Actually gives the handoff to Weaver, and he'll be tackled by Klein.
And Dylan Crossan.
Dylan Crossan, thank you. Brant Radke comes in, and Andrew Yoxel will come out. Shotgun formation once again for Beneke, and he'll keep it himself. And wow!
Oh, another horse collar.
Look out! Yeah, I don't know if they're going to call. I
don't know how that came from the backside.
I don't know how he would have had the vantage point to see that. He was in front of the player, but regardless, he dropped a flag.
Got to call it personal foul, face mask.
What they call
Oh,
half
okay.
the distance
I didn't
way.
see that one. Must
Half
have been.
the distance either way.
52 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. 38-10. Trojans on the door knocking. And not sure, a little confusion by the Trojan side. Ball is placed on, can't tell guys, about the 4-yard line.
3-yard line according to the clock.
Shotgun formation for Beneke. This is where Beneke just probably will run it in himself.
This drive started on the 19, now on the 3.
And he does keep it himself. Nice tackle.
Uh-oh, now another flag.
That's either a face mask or a horse collar. One of the two.
I'll tell you, I don't know. They're waving it off. Thank you very much. I was going to say that. I don't know how they keep calling that, because that is more of a jersey tackle. And they waved it off. They pulled the flag and waved it off. So that loss of 2 on the play will put it on the 5-yard line. 2nd down and 5. 2nd and goal. Shotgun formation for Beneke. Low snap, ball's on the ground. Nice job. That will back him up another 5 yards. Bad
Covered
snap.
by 52.
Good hustle by Moody in there to land on the quarterback. Third and goal. All placed on the 11-yard line. 11 seconds left to go. We're going to try to get a score in here before the end of the third quarter. Good pressure, throws across the middle, has a receiver, and he does not get it. Nice job by Macy, I believe.
Argenbright in at 4.
Yep, thank you. Argenbright with the tackle. Great job. That ends the third quarter with the Southeast Saline Trojans on the doorstep knocking. 4th and goal, and that will bring the end of the third quarter 38-10. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. Here's a word from our sponsors.
Oh, it went to sleep.
Dale Leach, myself, Scott Osherman, and Dave Rupert here. As we will.
Let's make it fast. Let's make it a meal from KT's in downtown Minneapolis. KT's, home of the almost world-famous hamburger. KT's wishes the Lions best wishes during the upcoming season.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast to the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior Senior High School. Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
At Robertson Monument, they believe that supporting community activities are very important. That's why they're sponsors of Lions Sports. Minneapolis is a great town to live in, and Robertson Monument hopes you make it to as many games as possible.
It's fast, it's furious, and it...
Welcome back to Lion Country Stadium here as the Southeast Saline Trojans 4th and goal on the 4-yard line, as they look like they might try to kick a field goal. Number 80, it's got him pretty good. Number 80 is not on their roster, so I don't know who number 80
It'll
is.
be a fake. They already told me they don't kick.
And kick is down, and it is up, and is it good? It is.
Oh, how about that?
So they kicked the extra point, and
Makes the score 41-10.
number 80, still don't know who number 80 is. Point after.
That wasn't point after kick. That was a field goal.
Yeah, Ruben Van Dyke, they said, is a foreign exchange student. No wonder.
Secret weapon.
Plays soccer somewhere, and he kicks the field goal. So
he got her done.
He did. 41-10.
And Yoxel was down talking to Keegan McCullough, visiting there. I'm not sure where that's at.
So, well, we were told that they were going to reevaluate after 30 minutes. See where he can count his fingers and toes.
You know, you don't want to jeopardize. You don't want to. You don't want to jeopardize anything, any future. So they will kick the ball off as
conferring with Coach. One of the coaches.
Coach Smith.
So Minneapolis will receive.
And
no, don't do his helmet is not in his hand, so I'm assuming
he's saying rather not, and I would agree with him on that. Nice kick will be taken by Bristow. No, Bristow.
He's had a lot of problems today.
Wow.
His cleats just aren't long enough.
5 or 10 out of that if he hadn't have slipped.
So
pretty aggressive cuts, and his feet just won't stick.
So Grayson George will come out here in the fourth quarter, 41-10, 11:53 left to go here in the ball game.
Have to get some sharper cleats.
Shotgun formation for McCullough to the right, to the
No,
left.
that's Grayson George, I think.
Thank
still.
you. Sorry about that. Thank you. Grayson George. Drop back, empty backfield, throws just at the feet of Eckert.
A little behind Eckert.
They had some players coming right at him. And bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Lions. Yeah, and I'm so used to calling McCulloch. I've called him for quite a few years.
Sure. Yeah.
You get a little off kilter there. Grayson
Halfway through his
George.
freshman year, I believe.
Yeah, Grayson George in a shotgun. Empty backfield. Macy and Eckert to the right. Klein and Argenbright to the left. Empty backfield once again. Oh. Pass.
There you go.
Tips it up in the air, throws to the offensive line, tips it up in the air, and he gets a completion to himself for a loss of 2.
Defensive lineman batted it.
So
came back down and seen.
Lost a couple.
Loss of 3 on the play.
Helps his stats, though. He went from 12 of 28 to 13 of 29.
Not all of those are his, but he does get a completion.
That's true.
One in the backfield is Eckert.
Third down. Early in the fourth quarter.
Third and about 13. Grayson drops back to pass.
Oh. Hit as he throws.
Incomplete pass. So we'll bring up a 4th and 13, and Yoxel will come in to kick this one off. 11:01 left to go in the fourth quarter.
All right.
You know, I'll give a credit to the Minneapolis defense down on the goal line down there. Mm-hmm. They did a great job of just allowing 3 points on that one. Nice job. Low snap to Yoxel. Great job of fielding it and getting it off. And it's going to be down at about the 42-yard line, 43-yard line. But a low snap, and Yoxel did a great job of pulling that one off the ground and getting that one off.
So Southeast takes over.
And they substitute. I wondered if they might substitute here.
Connor Christensen has really done a great job with the long snaps tonight. That's was basically his first one that was low. He's done a pretty good job with the long snaps. Connor Christensen did long snaps. Charlie Lynn does all the centering except for on long snaps.
New quarterback for the Trojans, number 16. Is that Armstrong?
No, Nathan Peterson, a sophomore. Okay. One in the backfield to the right, one to the left. For Peterson, he will keep the ball and run to the outside, and there is a penalty flag. And the tackle by the Lions at the line of scrimmage by Eckert, as well as
flags in the defensive backfield, might be holding. Yes. Holding is the call on the Trojans.
So, spot foul. We'll back him up 10 yards. As that will take him back to about the 33-yard line.
First down all over again. First and a strong 20.
Yeah. 21 maybe. 10:40 left to go in the ball game.
Minneapolis 10, Southeast of Saline 41.
They bring in another, they're going to start to get some John Balthazar. Sophomore comes in for number 20. Nathan Helvey, a senior. Empty backfield for Peterson. To the right, trips to the right, and the right side doesn't move. And great run by Peterson, but the right side, the receivers on the right-hand side did not even move. Penalty flags fly. I'm not sure. We'll wait and see what the call is, but legal procedure. Yeah, that's what I would have said, but needless to say, it was like, whoa. That'll back him up another 5 yards.
Keep him coming.
Well, now, why is it a spot foul? It shouldn't be. There you go. Thank you.
Going to add 5. That'll make it a long 25 yards and first. First and 25.
8-yard line.
Maybe a little more than 25. A long ways.
10 minutes left to go in the ball game, folks. 41-10, Trojans in control. If you're joining us late, Grayson George has been quarterback in the second half for the Lions.
Keegan McCulloch out with a stinger.
think, not sure.
Preventative action here,
Yeah.
I think.
Too
much time?
Too much time.
No, timeout.
Timeout, okay. So Southeast Saline Trojans take a timeout. We will go ahead and take one with them. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
It's fun. It's Minneapolis Raceway. Minneapolis Raceway has brought you exciting races to central Kansas and will continue the tradition. Minneapolis Raceway will give you and your family some of the most exciting races ever seen. Go Lions!
City Pharmacy has brought to you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
C&R Plating would like to take this time to thank their many friends and customers for making their business what it is today. Kevin also wants to wish the Minneapolis Lions a great season. C&R Plating, a Lions sports backer.
Bennington State.
1st and 25 for the Trojans. Welcome back to Lion Country Field Stadium here. Shotgun formation for Peterson. To the right, one to the left, low snap. Rolls right-hand side. He's going to throw the ball up. Oh, just out of the hands of Eckert. Wow, that was a close one. As Eckert went off of his shoulder pads, then went off of number 4's shoulder pads.
Lots of people had a shot at that one. It was a low snap to begin with, and it was amazing that he was able to reach down with his left hand and corral the football to begin with.
So it'll be 2nd and 28 here from, second 25 from the Trojan 28.
Then maybe made a hurried throw.
Is he a southpaw, though?
I believe he is.
I think he is. So
I noticed that during warm-ups.
So he caught it with a low hand. It was left-handed anyway. So trips to the right, to the left. Another low snap, and this time he's forced out of the pocket. Great job by the Minneapolis defense as in on the tackle, Charlie Lynn, as well as number 57, Austin Crossan. Another low snap. So
3 in bunches remaining.
As for a 3rd down and 25 for the Trojans. Back in the ball game is number 20, Michael Helvey, senior wide receiver. Trips to the right-hand side, to the left, empty backfield once again for Peterson. Good snap this time. Plenty of time. And
there's a flag.
And incomplete. There is a hold right there. It is caught by number 10, Brant Weaver, senior.
Plenty of flags on the play.
Yeah.
Might be offsetting penalties here. I don't know.
Probably a holding on the interior, on the offense, and probably the same thing for Adam Klein.
Yeah, offsetting. Replay of the down.
So 3rd over.
So we'll bring up once again a 3rd and 24 coming up.
8:40 to go in the game. The Lions trail 41-10. Southeast has substituted fairly liberally here on offense. And
well, they haven't. They've still got some of their seniors in there.
They've got the
key
linemen
positions.
in, but their skill people have kind of been traded out. So.
In and out, yeah, you're right. Still has some of their skill in there, but empty backfield for Peterson. Trips to the right-hand side, to the left for Peterson. Good snap. Quick throw, looks up and throws across, and it's incomplete, a little low. And
skip
that
pass.
will bring up a 4th down and 25 for the Trojans.
8 for 22.
Yeah, in fact, they're pretty much their entire offensive starting lineup is, and the line itself is out of there along with.
So I would guess punt would be in order.
First string punt defense, punt team is in now.
Yes. Back in to punt is Beneke, standing about his own 15-yard line. Let's punt this one off. Bristow and Argenbright back. This one not as good of a kick. Nice job by Bristow. Wow.
He has no fear.
I'll tell you, that is
late
exciting.
flag.
Bristow comes all the way up and takes that at about the Minneapolis 49 on the run in traffic and takes it to the.
For a high school ball player, he has no fear.
He doesn't. It's, like I said, exciting to see that. So
pretty uncommon.
So late hit maybe is the call. So what would have been on the 42-yard line should be another 15 on top of that.
Southeast will keep their
nice break.
First string defense in, which doesn't surprise me. They don't want the Lions tacking too many more points on.
Doesn't surprise me either. So Minneapolis 10-yard penalty. Minneapolis will have the ball at the Southeast of Saline 33-yard line. 8 minutes left to go in the ball game. 41-10. Trojans on top. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Grayson George, shotgun. Eckert in the backfield with him. Good snap. Has some pressure, throws out to Macy. He does catch it, and he'll be taken down. Gain of about 4 on the play. Nice catch by Macy. Bring up a second down and a long 6. Maybe 5.
132 yards passing now for Minneapolis.
I'd say 4.5.
14 of 31.
5.5.
58 yards rushing.
Dale and I are arguing about yardage here. 7:31 left to go in the ball game. Shotgun formation for Grayson. Eckert in the backfield to the right. Cross back, has some pressure.
Tipped.
Tipped, was looking at crossing, but was tipped by the rather number 57, Dylan Howe, off a defensive lineman. Fairly good sized player. Gets his paws up in the air and tips that one out of the way.
Southeast is going to lose 17 seniors off this squad.
And looking at it, they don't have a lot of juniors.
They've got 8 juniors, 8 sophomores, what I counted.
Shotgun formation for a low snap. Wow. Hands off to Eckert, but they sniffed that one out.
That was covered up.
They've got a good squad, guys, but I don't see them as the world beaters that the state 3A squad was 3 years ago.
No, but they do have some talent.
They'll go probably a little ways into the playoffs, but I don't see them with the strength of the team.
Well, we're going to stay with our offense here, in spite of the fact of being 4th and 10.
Well, especially if they put the substitutes in on offense again.
Grayson George, quarterback.
2 receivers on the right-hand side, 1 to the left. Eckert in the backfield with them, 4th and 11. Good snap. Rolls the right-hand side, throws up in the air, and just out of reach. Incomplete pass, and
Trojans will take over.
Klein, the intended receiver, and the Trojans will take over with 6:27 left to go in the ball game. Excuse me.
Well, they've keeping a few linemen in that weren't there at the end of that last series.
As
quarterback is Peterson again.
Trojans will come back to the line of scrimmage. 6:27 left to go in the ball game. 41-10. Southeast is Saline on top. Shotgun formation for Peterson. 1 in the backfield. I can't tell if that's Weaver or not. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. They will hand the ball off to Weaver, and Weaver will take it up the right-hand side. Gain of about 5 on the play. So Weaver, their starting tailback, still in there for the Trojans.
Clock continues to run down to 6:10.
They will send 1 receiver to the right-hand side, 2 to the left. Excuse me, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Peterson, shotgun. Weaver in the backfield. They will hand it off to Peterson again. And this time he will get to the line of scrimmage and more.
Fumble?
Actually, first down now.
Okay.
First down for the Trojans, as that will move the chain and stop the clock.
183 yards rushing now for Southeast.
Trojans come back to the line of scrimmage here. Must have gone out of bounds on that one, as they will send To the right, to the left, shotgun formation once again for Peterson. He'll roll the right-hand side and be taken down by number 52 for the Lions, Kyler Moody with the tackle.
Loss of the yard? Nope. Guess not. Looking at the wrong guy.
Good call. Nope, you're right. Loss of about half a yard on the play. So
clock continues to count now down to 4:55. 47-yard line of the Trojans here. 2nd and 11.
To the right, to the left, shotgun formation. He will hand the ball off to Weaver, and Weaver is going to be tackled about the Minneapolis 49-yard line, gain of about 5 on the play. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
This drive started on the 32-yard line, now just beyond the 50.
3rd and 7.
Or just short of the 49, however you want to look at it.
In the Lion territory.
4 minutes left to go in the ball game. Shotgun formation from Peterson, to the right, to the left for the Trojans. And Peterson will keep the ball himself, flushed out of the pocket, then roll forward. Not the runner that Beneke is.
No, not there, the same athlete.
Depending on how you want to look at it, it could be spotted on the 51-yard line.
4th down and 6.
Okay.
I'd say the Lion 48. 4th and 6.
3:30 left to go in this ball game. We're running out of things to talk about up here.
They're not going to punt. I'm surprised.
So Peterson in the backfield. Weaver went next to him. Shotgun formation to the right, trips to the left, one to the right. Peterson keeps the ball himself, and he will not get the 1st down. Nice job by the Minneapolis defense. Numerous players in on the tackle. Austin Crossan in on the tackle, the main one. Eckert as well as Dylan Crossan. Minneapolis will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Took over on downs.
3:04 to go in the game.
Grayson George will come back out. 3:04 left to go in the ball game.
Tonight's 5th quarter event will be at Jeff and Pamela Lott.
What was it at half? 30 to 10? Is that right?
30 to 10. Yes.
Excuse me. So, shotgun formation for Grayson. To the right-hand side, Eckert in the backfield blocking. They throw it up to Yoxel.
Oh, man.
Big hit on Yoxel.
And a flag down on the...
Flag came early.
On the grass.
Probably a holding call, be my guess.
Legal procedure is the call, as Mick wants a little explanation about maybe the taunting call. I don't know.
Was there taunting out there?
Just a tad bit.
2:57 to go. The clock is stopped here as the referees discuss the situation. The Lions have the ball on their 43, 2nd and 12.
41-10 is the score, as Macy will go to the left-hand side with Yoxel in a tight end. Argenbright and Bristow on the right-hand side. Shotgun formation for Minneapolis, and incomplete pass. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 12.
Clock stops at 2:34 with the incomplete pass. What time is it? This game is about 10 o'clock already. Not too far off, 9:42.
As we said, a long game.
this time Minneapolis sent Bristow and Argenbright to the left-hand side. Macy to the right. Shotgun formation for Grayson. Eckert in the backfield. Delayed handoff to Eckert. Eckert breaks one tackle, gets on the outside. Nice job. He will have the first down a little bit more. Breaks another tackle before he's taken down at about the 36-yard line. Nice run by...
That helps our stats.
Yeah, 14 plus a 21-yard run by Jake Eckert. Nice little run by Eckert.
Trivia time, guys. Here, since we're class of 1979 is here tonight, let's move down to basketball a little bit. You know what happened against Southeast of Saline, or after a Southeast of Saline game with the basketball team?
Not going to help you on that one, guys.
They went down and played at Southeast.
Gets the pass out to Bristow. Bristow will break the tackle. Fumble,
and
picked up
recovered
by Argenbright. Nice job by Casey Argenbright as Bristow fumbles it, and Argenbright will pick it up.
That short drive home, they got caught in a major blizzard, and they had to stop at what was the Red Coach Inn, and they were snowed in at least one day, maybe two.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Wow. And that was a sub-state basketball?
No, just a regular basketball game. They went down there and played. I've heard they lived on candy bars and things like that until some parents could drive down there to get them some sustenance.
Shotgun formation for Grayson. Comes unblocked, comes through there. Nice little pass up to Bristow. He will be hit again. Wow, big hit by the Trojans. Mortimer gets the hit, but gets it up to the 30-yard line.
Official
timeout. We'll bring up a third down and about 2.
Well, unofficially, we talked about this is a little bit of a long game. Unofficially, Minneapolis has 36 attempts. Southeast has 22, 58 passing attempts in this game.
Ball's on the 29-yard line, 3rd and 4 for the Lions.
To the right-hand side, one to the left. Grayson George in a shotgun. Eckert in the backfield with them. Delayed handoff to Eckert. Eckert will not get the first down. So 32 seconds left to go in the ball game. Yeah, so we'll have to throw one into the end zone if they're going to get a score here.
Ball's on the 29, 4th and 4.
Yeah, and Mick is, I think, just telling them to
17 seconds. The clock's, they'll kneel on it. It's over.
Yeah.
41-10 will be the final score here.
So that's going to be the ball game as
this class of 17 seniors from Southeast of Saline moves on, and they have a commanding lead now
in league.
NCAA, they've taken care of their probably top 3 contenders in the first 3 weeks against Beloit, Russell, and Minneapolis.
They should have easy sailing from this point on, league-wise.
League-wise, yes.
Because I don't see Ellsworth or Sacred Heart being, or Republic County. But hey, I felt like we did a much better job this week on the offensive side.
Well, we had 209 yards unofficially total offense, with 16 of 36 for 132 yards and 77 yards rushing. Southeast they were 8 of 22 for 38 yards passing, 191 yards rushing.
The Lions will travel to Russell next week, which ought to be a pretty good game.
So
Russell runs the wishbone. Go ahead.
229 yards for Southeast of Saline to 209 yards for Minneapolis. Pretty evenly balanced, but not so on the score. Unofficially.
41-10, the final here at Lion Country Stadium. Hope you enjoyed the game here on Eagle Communications 910KINA.com, worldwide internet, and Eagle Communications local channel 8 with live audio be tape delayed tomorrow, Saturday. Good game. I quite honestly, we were not favored to win the game, and I thought we played
reasonably well at times.
Well, you're right. On defense and on offense.
You know, last game it was a couple of big plays. In this game it was the turnovers. They scored off 2 or 3 times. Scores came off of turnovers. Now, not directly, but they set the scores up.
Yes.
And so it's always something that seems to give us a problem.
Bernanke is what makes their offense go. No doubt about it.
Yep. No question.
If he can't throw it, get it completed, he'll run it and get the yardage that's needed.
You know, and Bernanke, what Bernanke did there was he struggled. They came out passing the ball left and right to start that ball game, and then they kind of switched back and went to a little bit of a run game. And at that point, they just
he killed us with the run last year.
Well,
and he repeated it this year.
In the first half, unofficially they were 5 of 15 passing, and they wound up 8 of 22 unofficially. So they did
some couple big gainers on the pass.
Yep.
So anyway,
well, we'll hope for better things next week out in Russell against the Broncos. Hope those of you that can join us on the road, please do come and cheer on these Lions. They need your support.
They do. You know, we've got a stretch of some 2 tough games back to back. Russell's, I'm not sure, but Russell's got a lot of kids. I'm not sure what they're like, Dale, but
well, I think Southeast went up there and beat them 54-10 last week, and they beat us here 41-10. They do run the wishbone. It'll be a good game. Not going to predict the win.
And it's been tough for us.
We can win.
It's been tough for us to go to Russell and play.
Yeah, I don't think we'll probably have an overpowering squad, but it'll be a game that I think is winnable for us if we play well, and hopefully Keegan will be over his stinger and ready to go.
Yeah, but you know, let's go back to some positives for a second. Keegan started the game very crisp and very precise. Had some huge pass plays, some great receptions, and just came in and really started out really tight. Got a couple big hits on him. I think I have to go back to that one running play that Keegan got hit on the sideline. I don't know if that was the play that kind of.
Mike Perry was asking me if I had seen a late hit there or whatever, and I guess it must have been over on the sideline or something. I said no, I didn't catch it, I guess. But, yeah, but that's apparently what did it to him, because he didn't finish out the half. They brought Grayson George in to finish the half.
You know, and Grayson did. You know, Grayson for. And I think he probably does quarterback the JV squad, but Grayson did a great job of stepping in and running the offense. We didn't get any points in the second half, but
I thought he showed good poise.
I did too.
He did very good.
He didn't look uncomfortable out there at all.
No.
I kind of liked that little hitch delay that he had. It kind of opened some things up.
I think he did pretty good, considering one of the number 1 receivers was gone with the game too, with him going to quarterback.
Going to quarterback, yeah. You know, that shifted Klein to a receiver and took one out of the backfield, and so. But Minneapolis comes up short tonight. 41-10 is the final. As you said, we will be on the road next week, traveling to Russell for take on the Russell Broncos. Now, Dale, are they still 4A? Or they dropped down to 3A? Do you know?
I think they're 3A in football.
They're fairly large 3A if that's the case.
Yes,
But needless to say, we will head out to that ball game next week to take on the Russell Broncos.
Speaking of that, the numbers for the classification should be, usually it's in late September that they do that nose count or head count, however you want to put it.
About the 20th, and that'll be for everything but football.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Bloik fares on that.
This will be the end of the 2-year stint for football.
We should go to 3A in basketball.
Everybody's counting that.
Everyone's pretty much saying that.
Basketball, volleyball, you name it. So.
And
that changes the landscape a little.
Yeah. So it'll be the little fish in the big pond again, bigger pond again anyway. Well, thanks for listening, folks, and have us in your home as always. Dale Leach,
Dave Rupert,
and Scott Ott.